Hey guys, I've got a feeling that we're live.
It's more than a feeling because we are live.
More than a feel. That's right. I won't sing the song.
Yeah, we don't have the money for that. Uh, no, we're live. It's Thursday, which means it's time to talk some wrestling. Lonely Marks are here to talk everything Summerslam, the Fallout, and do a little fantasy drafty draft. But I am not doing that alone. I am joined, as always, by my fellow Marks. Starting to my left, your right, maybe. I don't know. Pez, how's it going?
It's here. How come I'm not showing up in your picture though? That's weird. See my arms all the way in your picture. It's not there.
I should be touching your ear right now.
Yeah. This is weird. No, we got a loaded show. We got a lot to talk about tonight. A lot of stuff from SummerSlam, the Fallout. We got this streaming service news we got to talk about. That's still very unclear what the hell it is or what it entails or whatever we're figuring it out. And we're gonna attempt to draft rosters for AEW, which is going to be incredibly weird and strategic, and we'll see what happens there. It's going to be very interesting.
Yes, somebody who knows how to draft really well. JPO, how's it going?
Hi. Not as good as some others, but I try. It's been fun. Everyone was fun to keep track of, and let's see, man. This AEW one, you never know. Some will get extremely lucky. Some will get extremely unlucky. Who knows? It's gonna be fun though. I'm looking forward to it.
No, I say that because you do know how to draft really well because you only used your last drop very late in the season, and it was only because somebody got injured. So your roster did you stuck with your roster pretty much the entire season. So props to you. Somebody who also knows how to draft, Richie.
I draft. I know how to do it with it as well. It's up to debate. And AEW is going to be frustrating because it's going to be frustrating doing tag teams when a lot of them are makeshift tag teams that are temporary. Looking at you, Brodino.
Draft Brodino, who probably won't be a team.
They got a damn shirt already. Like, calm down. There's no way the thing's a team.
Yeah, they got a shirt.
Oh, okay.
They'll last a couple of months. They're gonna.
I'm not gonna hold. I hate to play devil's advocate, but Y2AJ had the T-shirt.
Yeah,
it's not the same company, but Y2AJ had.
Well, no, but I'll also argue two wrongs don't make a right. And I'm not saying that was right either.
No, I'm with you,
JPO.
Every half-witted gimmick AEW's ever done in the last 2 weeks gets a T-shirt. That's on there.
It's so easy. It's print on demand, so I guess it's so easy to say if you want it, we'll print you it. Like whatever. It's not like they have a backlog of hundreds of those that already hoping they'll sell.
Right.
Yeah. He just got a box of Brodino shirts in his office 3 months ago. What am I gonna do with all these?
I used to love doing that with WWE. Every 6 months, I would to see what was on clearance and buy whatever was left over. Like I will take a Vaudevillian shirt, not that they haven't been on TV in 6 months. I will take a blue pants shirt, or whatever.
That's how I got a weird ass Eugene shirt that you probably see me wear. It's just it's a white and red shirt. It's just got Eugene's face on it, and it looks really strange.
Oh yeah.
Eugene. But we were talking about drafting AEW, and that's because our WWE season is over, and what a wild ride it was for three of us. I say that with nothing but love and respect, Richie. But unfortunately, you did end up. I think SummerSlam just kind of hurt you. Because
one of my main guys was on Raw the next main event the next night on fucking Raw, not SummerSlam. You fucking dick. Anyway.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate for you. Rusev, Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight, and the War Raiders we're all not involved in SmackDown and or SummerSlam. So unfortunately, you do end the season in last place with 1,649 points. Pez starting to make a little bit of a comeback. Like if I have a feeling like if we just kept this all WWE, we were going through the end of the year, you'd probably make a push. Because the last few weeks have been good, but you just came up just a little bit short. You ended with 1,723 points, and then it was back and forth the last few weeks between me and JPO. I barely squeaked it out. JPO finishing with 1,795, and I finished in first with 1,823. So
shenanigans. The guy whose idea was to draft wins a draft. That's very.
what was that?
Yeah,
Was it the one fantasy football guy in here? No. It was. I think it was a bit of a. I think Gunther, like once he won the championship, like he stopped competing on Raw, so he didn't get those points. The unfortunate injury to Chad Gable, and then I just got lucky to where every. I'm honestly calling it luck because every single one of my roster members did compete in the final weekend. Like it's completely luck. You take you take a couple of them out, and it's a different story. I'm very curious to see how AEW goes and how granted we are doing a couple months less, but I doubt the scores are going to be this high with how loaded the roster is, and they might not even compete every week. So we do have 5 pay-per-views though. We have the upcoming one. Yeah, they released the final schedule. So Full Gear I think is taking place the 22nd of November
in New Jersey.
New Jersey, and then World's End the 27th of December, I believe. Is that what we decided on as the end?
Yeah, no, World's End is perfect because it's literally like right at the end of December with the 27th, and we can come back with the Lonely Marks like right after that. You know what I mean? Literally on the 1st, January 1st, and have the results of that, and then jump right back into WWE if you want to, pre-Royal Rumble, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
so we can bounce right back into it.
Next year, I'm gonna ignore the Raw Tag Division like WWE does. Just going to completely ignore them because that didn't serve me well.
It's almost worth it to ignore the tag division as a whole. Just like draft who you want. But that's a little later on. We'll go ahead and we'll draft some AEW. It's going to be the same scoring system, same roster size.
And even though it was rigged, I'm gonna send Jacob for winning. I'm gonna make good on my offer to get somebody a prize. I don't have an elaborate thing to get you. I'm just gonna send you an instant Amazon gift card for $50. So congratulations.
Nice, man. If only you had a close friend whose birthday was 3 days away.
I know, but if only he would have won the draft or won the fantasy.
Wait, who? What are you talking about? I just made a hypothetical. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying, if you're wondering what to do with the card,
and just say there might be a close friend. There might be a close friend's got a birthday next week as well.
Well, hey, Richie. Don't make this about you. I know what you're trying to do. That's very much.
I'm just saying.
But if there was a friend, let's say, closer than a week.
I
don't own Frogman. I don't have my own copy of Frogman.
These friends also, benefit from a guy who's so generous to buy pay-per-views every month, for all of us to enjoy and watch and have fun. So, feel like these friends should also be grateful for what this other friend is so generous Chris with every month so we can watch these lovely pay-per-views.
You need to get these Amazon gift cards before like these aliens steal your raid your Amazon cart, from War of the Worlds.
Oh, God,
Maybe.
War of the Worlds, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good old pitch meeting this week for that, by the way. Pitch meeting.
Oh, yeah, I dropped a pitch meeting today. It was great. Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
glad he cranked one out for that one because he's been scaling back and he finally cranked one out today for that. Yeah, well-deserved.
He did make a video a while back saying he is in general scaling down. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not leaving,
so
but
we're
any
gonna do
means,
like
but
no, he's
Right.
gonna do like one every 3 weeks or so. Like it's just scaling back a little bit. He's got a kid, he's got a baby, so he's just cutting back a little bit. But I think it was like an urgent. It's like an
he
emergency.
had to.
He kinda had to.
He had to. It's fine.
Yeah. Mhm.
Maybe I'll use the gift card to pay for a month of this new ESPN streaming service. That's
Yeah, right.
Good segue.
pay-per-views for
Mhm.
starting with WrestleMania next year. Now, I didn't like fully read the article. I did really think it's just a new ESPN streaming service that the pay-per-views just happen to be on, kind of like how they just happen to be on Peacock right now. So it's not like you're paying an extra $30 to watch the pay-per-view, unless that's the only thing you're using the streaming service for.
Yeah, I don't fucking like ESPN. Yeah, I don't even do it for a pay-per-view.
I also like the irony that it's being folded into ESPN as like a scripted sport. It makes me wonder about the other sports on ESPN. That I've been suspicious
The
of for a
hot
long
dog
time.
eating contest. Yeah.
I like how wrestling could never get on ESPN, the channel, but now they're gonna fucking suck every wrestling cock because it's popular now.
They've
Although,
done
hey,
it. They've reported it on their website for the last few years. But they just
That's a website. Who gives a shit?
over here, I watch Dynamite on ESPN. So
Wow.
We were
you're
chatting
bizarre.
in the. Richie did throw it out there. Apparently, international still going to be on Netflix. So, hello, the VPN I already have loaded on my laptop with my Netflix
Evidently,
account.
yeah.
So,
'Cause guess what?
Yeah,
That is only $10 to $12, so a little cheaper.
I can pay
Halfway
$15. I can pay
Yeah.
$15 a year for my Surfshark VPN that works just fine and use
Not sponsored,
Netflix
by the way.
internationally.
I will say I don't want to.
But you can be. Sure.
I don't want to harp on your thing. I don't know if the VPN works as well on like StreamYard. I've heard different things where like people have tried to like stream stuff via VPN on StreamYard and it's a bit clunky, but well, hopefully it works.
Yeah, I accidentally had my VPN on when I was like on tournament fights, and it lagged the shit out of my StreamYard. So yeah, we'll have to see how that works out. But yeah, I don't know. We'll play around with it and have to see.
Yeah.
As someone who likes sports, and I'm definitely going to be curious. Like, JPO, you're not making me want to be there on Saturday.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm not stopping you from talking. I'm making my own side faces.
No,
I
get.
did see this. Well, I just want to say I did hear some clarifying stuff today. They're starting to clarify things because it was a big confusion thing. I think the separate ESPN Plus subscription thing is going away. So, like, if you have a thing to that, you can like cancel that, you know what I mean? And then just pick up this new service because it's going to be its own separate thing. I've also heard that they are folding Hulu into Disney Plus. Like, the Hulu itself is going away. So it's going to be more of like you subscribe to Disney Plus and that it just includes Hulu. So, like,
I was going to say,
a lot of stuff. Yeah.
I've been looking at Hulu and Disney Plus recently. At first, there's certain things you used to not be able to find. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia or like that new Batista movie. Everything's on Disney Plus now. I don't think there's a single thing missing from it, as far as I can tell. That like now there really is no need to have it Hulu. So yeah, I figured Hulu was on its dying days, which is sad.
Well,
like,
it's all the same
had for a long
company,
time.
so it makes sense. So they might restructure some things where if it all folds in, what I may have to do is eventually, if I do have to eventually next year double down and just get this ESPN thing, the main person in my household that uses it is my roommate. He watches Formula One on it, and so he's hooked into mine. So I may just have to tell him, bro, you got to chip in 15 of these $30 to once a month and cut into this. But yeah, it still reeks of a little bit of a greedy stench, from TKO. Just
over there, you've got Raw on Netflix. You got
Raw's on Netflix. If you want to watch SmackDown, you got to have a cable something or other. The library is still on Peacock as of right now, so the actual network library, and then now the pay-per-views, as of next year, are going to be on ESPN. So it's 4 different services just to keep up with WWE. It's really kind of insane.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Oh, and actually, that streaming service is launching in 2 weeks.
Yes. Well, I'm not getting it until I absolutely have to, which the actual PLEs will start. The actual PLEs are not starting till next April, I believe.
It starts with WrestleMania.
Yeah, it starts with WrestleMania. 42.
So okay, so it says the I'm looking at the article on ESPN. It says the direct-to-consumer service will allow users to get all 7 of ESPN's domestic linear networks in addition to ESPN on ABC and several other streaming options. So it might be worth, as somebody who likes sports, I get it. For people who are only WWE fans and they don't like sports, it's not their thing. I get it.
Yeah.
It's $30 to watch a pay-per-view every month. When we've been spoiled for whatever the price of Peacock is. I get it, but as somebody who likes sports, it may be worth it because I don't. Can you stop making? I'm just gonna say sports randomly throughout the night now. Every time I do, JPO. Take a shot every time, JPO.
I do have a bit of a hang up considering they do. I don't know whether they'll do it for them, but I know because UFC is on ESPN, and they do have a tendency to they have since the ESPN had a tendency to hike up their prices to the point where it's fucking insane just to watch one pay-per-view. So most people just watching in bars and stuff. So I hope they don't during this deal hike up their price too much. So, but ESPN are kind of greedy like that. They were you need to, no, $40 a month. Oh no, it's okay. So then you might as well just get, but basically you should just go. It's like just having cable now. You should just.
Well, I did. Well, speaking of the cable thing, though, there are talks that if you or somebody in your family has ESPN through a cable package or a satellite package, you can log in with that and basically get it for nothing. So it might be a deal where I can nudge my dad who has a satellite dish still, traditional satellite cable, to be hey, can I borrow that login info? You know what I mean? And run that on the app. It's very possible. So there may be.
So right now the list seems to be Hulu Live, DirecTV, Charter, Fubo, and Verizon. But there's currently is no deal with YouTube, Xfinity, Dish, Sling, Altus, Kogogo, Frontier. So it depends on what you have and what deals there are out there. So that could change.
I saw the same thing, but the same article I saw also said they are negotiating with those other companies by the end of the year.
That's what I'm saying. This is still pretty new. Like I said, the app doesn't start till this month. The wrestling portion itself doesn't start till next year. So this is all kind of still melding and flowing at the time. Yeah,
we're 8 months out from the WWE part because WrestleMania.
Right. It's not around the corner necessarily. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So. No, we'll see how much the PLE views drop because people, who aren't sports fans aren't going to get ESPN.
I mean, hold with your wallets. I said if the app seems interesting to you, go for it. If you got the 30, you just want it for the wrestling, go for it. But otherwise, look with your wallets. I know me personally, Mania time, if it's 30 for 2 pay-per-views, I can get down for that. You know what I mean? Rumble. All right, I'm not going to not see the Rumble, but there's definitely plenty of pay-per-views where I'm like, I don't know, I don't think it's worth $30. So
Yeah, do I need to spend $30 for Backlash
yeah,
for 5 matches?
I was some of those King and Queen of the. Remember last year, King and Queen of the Rings, where there's no titles, but it was all about who wins the ring and the fake title you'll never see again. Like that's definitely something I would have been like, I'll save my money, I will bootleg it or read the
Right.
results.
Yeah.
Or you could be not. You could be nice to me, and we could, you can watch it.
That's why I said bootleg. Yeah, like I'm not lying. Like I don't condone. Well, I do condone bootlegging. I don't condone bootlegging on air, but in this case, I kind of do because that's just a little too much.
We don't condone, let's just say, we won't use the term, flying the black flag, if you will. But, it seems like from what I saw, the chatter online, some people might be going that route of flying a certain flag when it comes to WWE.
It's not just with the WWE news, but like just with a lot of things like that, like with certain ways. The thing, with things are going with like mergers and stuff. I feel like flying the black flag, like it's making a comeback. I feel like instead of like trying to, I think while studios and whatever trying to stamp it out, they're not. They're actually with. They're also like I don't blindly. I don't think they even realize that they're also encouraging it by like restricting access to certain content or making content more expensive. You're encouraging people to seek other means in order to get that thing. So yeah, I think that's sort of making a bit more of a comeback. So yeah, it's I feel like it's a bit counterproductive. Like you can make it easy accessible, and you will stand out.
I will say this: if this petty war between WWE and AEW, if AEW really wanted to strike back and take advantage of the fervor against WWE, I would really push hard on this HBO Max AEW thing to push on either streaming at least some of the pay-per-views for free on there a couple times a year, or doing what they talked about and doing a like built-in discounted pay-per-view system, you know what I mean, through like your HBO account or something like that. Like if they really want to kind of dig in on that and try to pick up some new viewers, this 2026 would be a good time to kind of maybe stick it to them and be like, hey, we've got like a cheaper option, or a lot of content over here, or you want to come check us out, for a better price. It might be a good idea to just bite the bullet and maybe just for at least the first year, maybe hook people in with some like live streaming pay-per-views included with Max. I'm just saying if they wanted to try to, steal some of that thunder.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So yeah, just one more piece of news that I wanted to bring up, and it's nothing major, but it's kind of fitting seeing as how we're drafting AEW tonight. It seems that Jake Hager, Jack Swagger, the former Jack Swagger, has seemingly called it quits and has retired.
That was my first pick.
So yeah, no Jake Hager getting drafted tonight. Yeah, it seems that he started a trucking company and is focusing on that now. So.
Not that he said some political stuff that made everyone hate him and no one wanted to book him. It's totally the trucks.
Yeah,
He randomly called Kenny Kane a communist. I don't know.
Yeah, so Jay Swagger, former ECW champion, former world heavyweight champion, and he had a really cool hat.
He did have a cool hat.
I was on that hat.
So
I don't shit on the guy. I would too much. I think he's like I always thought he's good. I always think he's a great athlete who was pushed beyond his capabilities. I would say that. I think he's a great athlete.
Yeah.
But he wasn't world championship. But I feel like if we ever did that tournament, we're talking about that maybe we're going to talk about like maybe talking about people who probably shouldn't have been world champions or whatever. Was it the ranking thing? He might be among us. I think he was a solid mid carder, and he was in a great tag team with Cesaro. There you go. But I wish him luck.
Look at that hat. Look at it. It's a great hat.
Yeah, great hat. He's enjoying that hat. That's right.
Yeah.
I know JPO and Richie usually have a good amount
I did
of
have
segments, but apparently- I was
one
about
break.
to ask if you
I
had
one
any.
breaking thing. That I just looked at before. Apparently, Buddy Matthews, his foot is not healing up the way he kind of wanted it naturally. He went in for surgery, or was going in for surgery, to actually fix whatever the problem was. That it was a little bit worse than what he thought. It just wasn't. It wasn't setting into place right. So he either had surgery or is like going in for surgery today or something like that. I just saw an article about it today. So that's another guy where if you were considering drafting him, maybe if he was going to come back, probably not a great idea. So not to say he couldn't. Not to say he couldn't be back within a couple of months, but probably not. Not a strong idea. But I guess it was worse than what we thought. So hopefully he gets it fixed and gets back sooner rather than later. Who's that guy?
Yeah, that's probably why they went ahead with the tag team with the
The tag team. Yeah.
It also just goes to show that you can get injured in a random place because it wasn't even during he got injured in Australia just by he was injured just jumping jumping from the tunnel to the ropes. He just fell on a weight and he still did the match. But yeah, it's like holy crap. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. So JPO, I know you usually bring a good amount of news.
Yeah, a little bit this week. Yeah, now of course, everyone's talking to Becky Lynch once again, reminding us that she's in, Happy Gilmore 2 streaming on Netflix, but she's not the only star streaming, man. If you watch the pickup with Eddie Murphy, Roman Reigns pops up. And by the way, the amount of time it took me to say that sentence is about how long he's in the damn movie. So don't expect a lot of Roman Reigns.
Spoilers.
Which, by the way, misleading because you guys are movie nerds like me. If you're in the opening credits, does that not make you think that they got like some screen time? You know what I'm saying? Like the opening, like this guy. Yeah, he's in the opening credits. He even gets all four names. He gets Joe, Roman Reigns, and a Y. And then literally has like 2 lines at the end. He's an MMA fighter. So yeah, just movie's all right, but I'm saying if you're looking for a Roman, maybe don't see that. Speaking of things that were very short lived, Portland Wrestling announced on August 23rd the return of Joey Ryan. They had Joey Ryan on their poster. We're going to have him come back. And then they read their social media and they canceled it 2 days later. So never mind about the return of Joey Ryan. Good news for the Gates of Agony for AEW. Maybe someone wants to pick them up because Bishop Khan and Tony Leona have signed new deals. They're signed for the next at least few years, supposedly. So that's between Ring of Honor and AEW. They recently have been kind of Ricochet's henchmen, if you will. We mentioned before talking about the new WWE PLE plan. Still up in the air as to where NXT's going. Because it doesn't sound like that's necessarily part of the deal. So that's going to be kind of interesting, too, if that's going to end up staying on Peacock, being a YouTube thing. Who knows? So wonder where the NXT PLEs land. Your favorite scumbag, MJF, just won the CMLL headline heavyweight title, so more cross promotion over with that company, just like WWE does with AAA now. And finally, just a quick get well soon to Jonathan Gresham, former Ring of Honor World Champion, husband of Jordan Grace, NXT star. 37 woke up with the this left side just not working. I had a stroke of sorts, and so he's getting that figured out to see what he has to do to kind of make sure that doesn't happen again. So hopefully at the very least he's good, just health wise, and then maybe also we can get back to wrestling. But they're definitely a scary thing for somebody that young to to wake up with something like that has a lot of potential to do more in the wrestling.
He only just released a competed. He was in Bloodsport with Pete Dunne.
Yeah, we had Bloodsport just had another event that had several WWE people, and I believe another Natalia appearance. And I believe it was a Natalia and Slamovich too, so kind of another WWE TNA match, kind of, if you will. Yeah, Dempsey. So yeah. That's what I got, Richard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I feel like the big news was just that. I guess So we can talk about within the SummerSlam thing, but Gunther does seem like he'd be out for a while. He's got some nose issues. And that's honestly, I think he's pretty much covered everything. I was gonna say, to be honest, and yeah, I don't really have a whole hell of a lot. Yeah, just others are just I like rumors and stuff. So I don't know. I mean, if you want to get Karrion Kross's book, he's got a book out now. I've been reading it, yeah. So under his real name, and
Rumor has it he may have actually signed a new deal. Is the rumor right now?
I thought maybe even before that, just because they were, but before his match, they were promoting his book. So I'm like, would they be promoting his book? He was going out the door.
I have a hard time believing personally that they would give him such a big SummerSlam match, not knowing if he was ever coming back. I don't know. I don't know if I ever believe that, but it's wrestling, so who knows?
Yeah. Like I assume that they'll stick around. And yeah, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, if you follow indie wrestling, Bully Ray won a title. He beat Zilla Fatu for the House of Glory Championship. So there you go. Bully Ray's a wrestling champion in 2020 and 2035 again. And yeah, so no, obviously they're gearing up for Hardys and Dudley's at Noon Battle. Is it going to be at the next? Not
Battle Glory.
The Battle Glory.
Battle Glory.
Yeah. Also for NXT, Moose showed up on NXT. He's going to be facing Trick at their next show, Emergence. So yeah, and he'll be in a tag match with them next week versus Dark State. So yeah, all should be all right. I feel like they're running it, and then yeah, there's going to be next week. It's going to be or then 2 weeks. It's going to be Javon Evans versus Trick. The winner of that will face Obafemi at Heatwave. I do feel like, yeah, like I said before, I don't feel like that Obafemi even said it, that he's running out of challenges, and he's faced Trick and Javon before, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I'd want Javon because Trick's been in that position for a while. But I'm like, it'd be cool if we got more rising contenders coming up through the ranks, but hopefully at some point. But
no, because Javon's gonna shock the world and will be the new NXT champion.
Possibly, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I like Javon. I just don't see him as that level. Maybe other people do. I think he's really good, but not not NXT champion. I don't know, but maybe I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. That'd be nice. But yeah. Anyway, that's probably what all I can kind of think of. Unless I can.
I think I mentioned this last week, Brian, just briefly. That AAA Triple Mania is going to be on YouTube for free. So yeah, we'll be able to watch it.
Yeah, I was looking it up. They just added a mixed trios match between the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Raquel versus Mr. Iguana, Nino Hamburguesa. I hope I'm going to butcher that. And Lola Vice. I believe JPO is JPO. I think JPO might be a big Lola Vice fan.
I mean, she's good. She's good.
Yeah.
No, I was just looking at the card because I was just thinking about that. Yeah, it's streaming next Saturday. Decent card so far. Yeah, that 4-way that we've mentioned with the whichever El Grande Americano decides to show up.
So once being done, who's the other?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Which El Grande Americano? El Grande Americano is going to be there. I don't know what this witch thing is. There a copycat somebody running around like?
There's a street fight for the AAA World Tag Team Championships between Los Garza and then taking on Pagano and Psycho Clown. El Messias versus El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. for the Latin American Championship. And then I don't know if it's Flammer or Flamer. I'm sorry, AAA, that I don't watch your product closely. But yeah, Flamer, whatever, versus Fabi, Apache, and Natalia. the 3-way for the AAA. I'm just gonna assume that it's the AAA Women's Championship. I never learned Spanish in high school. I apologize, and I don't want to butcher the words.
Brian, I don't know what this for El Grande. There's one El Grande Americano. There's only one legendary luchador, El Grande Americano. I don't know what you mean by four.
I believe, what is it? iVision has some glasses sales, Brian. You need some glasses.
Yeah, are you seeing? If you're seeing four people on screen, you need to get your eyes checked. That's a
have
problem.
you been drinking? Have you been drinking beer? Are you wearing beer goggles? Right.
I do. In all seriousness, I do love that the second one is German. I think that's fantastic.
I think El Grande Americano is very well versed in his world languages, and takes care to learn all these languages so you can go wrestle all over the world and represent America. I think it's very admirable people who learn many languages.
I do have to mention this because we're mentioning a scene because this is really really fun. So Charlie Dempsey is backstage with Maddie or whatever. I think it was Ren Sinclair. I know her as Maddie Winkowski from AEW. Ren Sinclair, and they're talking about Joe Hendry. Yes, and Joe Hendry appears. He comes out of a fridge. It's really fun. He's just hiding in the fridge. It's very funny. And then there's gonna be Joe Hendry versus Charlie Dempsey next week on NXT. He's gonna make it there. But the way he appears just smiles. But I don't know how long he was hiding in there, but he was hiding in a fridge.
Imagine if that segment gets cut and they don't tell Joe Hendry about it. Guys. Oh. All right. If we don't have any more news, I say we can move on with our lives.
And good on Generation Me for making their debut on AEW.
Max and Jeremy.
Yeah. Good bright future. Those have been really funny, by the way.
Yeah. Could they get drafted tonight? It's a possibility. Yeah. Should we? Because SummerSlam's gonna. We've got 2 nights to talk about. Should we draft first, or should we talk SummerSlam first?
It's up to y'all. What do you think?
Want to do the draft?
You can do the draft first if you want to.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Now,
sure.
can I make an actual suggestion?
Okay.
Are we confident that there is, 8 solid tag teams? Do you want to just do 1 tag team and 7 singles? I'm being legit. Is there 8 solid tag teams?
It's funny that you say that now, because a year ago, if we did this, I'd be like, yeah, there's 8 solid. But now, yeah, you're right.
I would be okay with just limiting to 1 personally and then doing 7 singles.
Adding an extra singles or an extra woman because there are women.
Well, either way, I think there's plenty of women too. Whether or not they get used is another question. But tag teams is so iffy. I just, how long is Jet Speed going to be a team? How long is Bandito Brody a thing? I don't know.
Okay.
A lot of the tag teams feel makeshift, like I say.
I'm on board with that. I think that's a good suggestion.
What do we want? 7 dudes or 3 women? That sounded weird.
I personally want 3 women.
Or make it like, may I suggest this?
Yeah.
1 wild card spot where you can do another tag team, woman, or single. 1 wild card. Just
if that doesn't screw Jacob up, whatever.
I'll be able to. I'll just put I'll just.
If you want to draft, if you can think of another tag team and you want to draft a second one, you can. If you want to draft a 3rd woman, or if you want to draft a 7th single male, I would say maybe make it a wild card spot. Does that make sense? and then just do
I'm cool with that.
six, 2 women, 1 tag, and a wild card, whoever you want. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're cool. Richie, cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
With that, Richie?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that. And that way you don't have to restrain it to something, but if you think of another tag team and you want to take a gamble on somebody, you can. So I would say that. But since we're doing that, I had to scramble real quick, Jacob, because we have to do something when it comes to that. So,
Right.
The wheel.
Determine the draft order.
We sure do.
Philadelphia.
All right, let's shuffle it up, baby. Here we go.
The wheel, a game show that didn't last that long in America.
Come on, baby.
Boy.
Stop.
He had first pick last time.
Did you really?
Hey,
All right.
the wheel is
All
in.
right, well,
It loves me. I'll go
Snake
first.
draft, baby. You want first? Okay, sounds good. All right, JPO up top. All right, there you go. All right, shuffle it up again. I'm just gonna hit it at random times and then spin. There we go.
Come on, blue. You up fucking yellow. What is all that? Just the team yellow.
I don't know. All right. All right, give me that double slot fourth, Jacob. So yeah, give me that.
All right.
All right. I feel like I'm gonna need it. All right. All right. Between Richie and Jacob, let's see what you got.
It's a 6 and 1, half a dozen of the others.
Sorry, Mr. Jacob. All right, there you go. All right, Jacob. So you get 2 or 3.
I'll go second.
Second.
I'll go third.
Okay,
Yeah, we
sounds
know.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me.
It's fitting that the guy who got last place
Yeah.
got the last choice.
Like, no, that's not fitting. That's unfair. Come
I
on.
only,
Give me some leniency.
I only say this to encourage you to be a better drafter. Or
Encourage you to be nicer than me.
to draft people that may be on the show in 6 months. Not which, again, that was just unfortunate. That
I will admit I did initially draft over Femi, who never got out of NXT.
it is true.
Hey, I drafted Trick Williams, and he's still fucking there. So I'm right with you. Yeah, I thought he was going to pop up in the Rumble, and I was in for it. All right.
I also wanted to make a suggestion.
Yeah.
So the current scoring is 5 points, like TV, 5 points a match. How do we feel about doubling that for title matches? 10 points for being in a title match. So I feel like that's a little bit better than being just in like a regular match. How do we feel about that? I'm just throwing out suggestions. Again, and also it's just making more work for myself because I am the one keeping score.
I mean, I'm fine with it if you guys are. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
Get yourself into if they get booked into the position of a title match, sure. Yeah. But it could be any title match, like even like a tag title, trios title, whatever, anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it that complicated.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So 6 single spots, 6 single males, 2 females, 1 tag team, and a wild card spot. Make sense? And with whatever you want. Extra male, extra female, extra tag team, whatever you want.
I'm gonna draft my wild card first.
And still going with the 3 substitutions for the year, but we added the caveat where if you win AEW predictions, you get an extra substitution, correct? Since AEW is so schizophrenic with their booking, so that's a prize. Yeah.
So if you win, say like we're like 3 reviews in, and you won all those you won all those predictions, you've got like 3 substitutions up your sleeve you could use. Let's say
you could sub out half your roster if you want to. I mean, but again, you're subbing, but you're also opening up for other people if they want to pick them up. It's not like they're unavailable at that point.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right.
Yeah, and to make it clear, we are, because we know that they have that partnership with New Japan and whatnot. This is strictly AEW guys,
Yeah,
right?
no drafting Hechicero.
Oh, Tanahashi can compete in AEW for a while. I'm gonna draft him. Like, no, it's just AEW.
Well, I mean, if you want to be brave and draft Tanahashi, only his AEW matches would count. Do it. Someone else is not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually
Yeah.
Hechicero. I think isn't Hechicero straight up signed now or no?
Hechiciro's
I
on the
was like,
roster. He's
straight
part of
up
the He's part of the
I feel like
company.
Hechicero-
Yeah.
Yeah, he works for both companies. I'm pretty sure. He's got like
That's
a
what I'm
deal.
saying. Like, no, he's eligible. Someone wants him.
Yeah, because he was on Dynamite this week. He was just not like wrestling, but he was like there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, I had to go to AEW's website just to see all the people
We're
they
talking
have.
about
Oh,
that
actually,
today.
Hechicero's not on there, but again, it could be that they just haven't updated their.
Yeah,
I don't think they've updated anything in a long
Peter
time.
Avalon.
Because, yeah, Peter Avalon's on there. Danhausen's still on there. There's a lot of people. I don't think whoever runs that portion, I don't think knows what they're doing, or they're just don't
never
care.
mind. I'm gonna ignore that and go off this. and what I've seen through the weeks. But Pez, do you want to switch us around?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Draft
So
order.
JPO up first.
There we go.
Jacob, Richie, there you go, just like that. All right, easy enough. All right. Well, JPO, you once again have number one. A lot of options here. You could go any direction.
All the options.
Yeah. What do you got?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with the team and say, give me FTR.
All right, that makes sense.
That's
It's a good pick. I considered doing it if I got first, just because the options are limited. So that's a good.
I
pick,
think they're
actually.
the best team option, in my opinion, that's frequent enough. And hopefully, maybe even a tag title run soon, which would be dope.
Yeah. All right. So JPO goes with FTR as his tag team slot. All right. So there you go. Okie dokie. All right. Jacob?
I'm torn because I think this guy could drop his title pretty soon, but again, I thought he was going to drop it to Kenny Omega, and that didn't happen. So I'm going to go with Okada.
Okay. Okada. All right.
Bitch.
Bad pick.
Oh, I'm gonna go with a guy who I think will just pick up a lot of points just for sheer volume of wrestling a lot because he's got the title that means that he'll wrestle a lot on TV. I'm gonna go Carl Fletcher.
That's a good pick too.
All right. Oh boy. All
Back to
right.
back. Yeah, this is if we
right.
didn't say it at the top of the draft, this is a snake draft.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to take the only other tag team that is consistent. I'll take the Hurt Syndicate.
I was thinking of that.
And hurt people.
Yeah, they hurt people. Although they don't wrestle as much as you kind of want them to, but they're at least, I see them being a tag team at least for the rest of the year. So that at least is something. So, yeah. I feel like they're not going anywhere. And then I'm actually going to switch and give me Tony Storm.
Oh.
Storm? All right. So I'm trying between two. I'm going to go this one because I think this person will go before this other person. I'm going to go my woman. Give me Athena.
Tony Storm's opponent.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure if this guy would make it back to me, but I also think there's a good possibility that he could take the title from Okada. Give me Swerve.
I know these top guys are going to go quickly now. Now that we had to be strategic with our other picks, you know, yeah, well, they're going to go quick. All right, JPL, double up.
Pretty frequent guy, and I think he's the decent wrestler. Will Ospreay, baby. I'm so glad he's still around.
He's a good end.
Yeah, he's a good egg.
I was about to say who was your other pick, JPO, but then I remembered that I'm sorting it by category this time instead of just going down. I just be more organized.
And then give me the champ. Give me Hanger. Give me Hangman Page.
And this is how strategic you have to be when the world champion
is in a round two.
Goes like what 6th or 7th overall, something like that.
Yeah,
9th overall.
It reminds me of what I said about Hurt Syndicate. Like, he's not the most frequent Dynamite Rampage Dynamite Collision guy. You know what I mean? Wrestling wise.
Oh, I know, but I think they're the only tag team with like FDR that's going to be around.
No, I'm agreeing with you. No. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that's how I feel about Hangman. Hangman's not exactly like on every Dynamite Wrestling, but you know, enough, and he's a champ, so maybe some points there. Yeah.
All right, Jacob.
Again, I think this guy's just going to wrestle a lot. I think they're featuring him pretty well. Give me Ricochet. Even if he is bald.
Would have been my next male solo pick.
All right, Richie.
I'm going to make things interesting. I'm going to drop a tag team. Give me Gates of Agony.
You son of a
They're right up for me. At least they're frequent TV guys. Like they might be. I didn't think it when I joked earlier, but then after I looked at the list, I was like, "That's a sneaky good pick, actually. Like legit."
Yeah.
All right, back to me. Yeah, Richie too.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll finish off my women. Give me Mercedes Moné.
I would have run a female pick. I didn't think I'd get to it.
I got Mercedes and Tony. I'm happy with that. So,
I thought about it it's like how often does she like it's that thing like she doesn't wrestle on TV very very frequently. But
although my dog does say Mercedes Martinez, so I can still draft her.
Is she still on the roster?
No. That's what I wrote on my dog.
And you know what? He's a relative top guy who's always kind of going to be tooling around the top. So give me Moxley. Give me Mox.
Moxley.
Yeah.
My next male pick. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Give me another guy who's always on the show. Seems to be always wrestling and they always utilize. Give me Mark Briscoe.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, I considered him. He's on like every Dynamite at least. So yeah, he's
I'm
always
not
on
joking.
television.
My next male pick,
dude, it's like he doesn't win a lot, but he's always wrestling. He wrestles like every week. It seems like he's always somewhere.
They do a good job of every so often giving him that W too. Like they don't squash him too often.
But some of these mid-card guys you got to consider that are just on TV, even in trios matches or whatever.
It's better to get several losing points than like one winning point every few weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, Jacob, you've drafted 3 singles males in a row.
Yeah.
I'm not but also, sorry.
Yeah, this is tricky.
Yeah, this is. This might be. I don't know. I should have taken a woman. I should have taken one of the 3 women that have been taken. I think they'll still use her. I think they like her. I think she's a fan favorite. Give me Willow Nightingale.
I think she'll get.
That sounds a broken record. My next female pick.
Well, it is your picks now, JPO. 2 picks. So what do you got?
I need to get a woman in there. I'll go with her buddy, maybe not buddy. I don't know what's going on. Chris Statlander.
Okay, that wasn't my other woman pick.
Yeah. Okay. And what else?
And let's go. Let's go. Let's go to Kesha.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that
Start using him more, please.
Yeah, I gotta mark these off as we're going along here. Yeah. Just okay. He seems to at least get on the pay-per-views and the occasional TV shows. You know, he's always kind of around the upper mid card. So yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, Jacob, back to you.
yeah. It's a tough. I'll I feel like maybe he'll get me some big pay-per-view points. Maybe I use a pick on that. Give me MJF.
Nice pick.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked MJF. He never wrestles except for pay-per-view.
Might as well. He's low on the list, but I know.
Yeah. All right, Richie, you have one more female, and then all your other picks. So what you got?
So we get 2 feet. Oh, yeah, hang on. Oh, no.
You got
Yeah,
a
so why-
Let's
female
get
already.
to Frank want to use the wild card.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, I'll go female. I'll go I'm between 2 because both new and being used. I'll go Thekla.
Okay. How do you spell that? Thekla.
Thekla.
Thekla. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. It's on me. Good. Where I go here? Give me old Cope. Give me Adam Copeland.
On this day.
Because he's clear.
Because he could be in that main event come all out.
He's versing Big Stoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big Stoke is available.
Oh, yeah, true.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Mhm. And you know what? I'm gonna jump to my wild card. Give me the Young Bucks / Generation Me, whatever they want to be called right now.
They want to be called Young Bucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all in on another tag team just in case. Yeah, so whatever they guys, I saw a thing that said Generation Me is all elite, which I thought was funny. So whatever they're calling themselves, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. I'll go with another guy who he'll probably just give me drip feeding points here and there just because he'll be with the group. Give me Josh Alexander.
Okay. Josh Alexander. Okay.
All right. I'll go with my second woman. Give me Alex Windsor.
Yeah, she's getting the push right now. Yeah. Mrs. Will Ospreay. Yeah.
That is your middle name.
Mm-hmm.
already in a title match at Forbidden Doors. So I don't know if she's gonna win it, but probably not because Mercedes Moné is also in that match. But JPO, back to you for back to backs.
Let me finish off my women. That's not weird. Megan Bain.
Mm-hmm.
That was the other one.
Yeah.
It was. Those were the three main ones.
Yeah, I feel like we picked up a lot of the ones that are in the scene right now, if you will. You know what I mean? We kind of got the main eight.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then let me
All right.
follow that up with Brody King.
Yeah.
King. It's a
No.
good pick. He gets on TV a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, picking him us as a single is not a bad idea because then you get the points for either singles or tag team, matches.
Yeah, because again, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but he seems to be a guy that like at least he always finds something for
He's always around doing something.
him.
Yeah.
And, I
He's
mean,
on TV.
yeah.
Well, in
Yeah,
that case,
totally.
instead, I'll draft Bandito.
Okay.
Son of a gun. Just gonna draft him as a team.
I'm gonna use my wild card to draft another woman and another person that they're getting high on lately. I'm gonna go Queen Amanada.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, back to me. Yay. There we go. I guess because he hasn't been taken yet, I'll take Kenny Omega.
Omega.
You know what? I could also get some either singles or tag points for this guy. Sorry, Jacob, for not drafting a tag team yet, but I'm taking Mike Bailey.
Oh, you fucker. That was my next pick.
I don't know if I would have drafted them. I might have drafted Mike Bailey as a singles.
Yeah, I was gonna draft
Yeah.
Mike Bailey, but I'm single.
Yeah.
Because he had a really good match with Mox this week.
Yeah.
I gotta regroup. Yeah.
You got you used up the wild card and everything, so you just got 3 singles left. So, Richie.
Yeah. Give me Daniel Garcia.
Okay. Garcia. All right. All right, Jacob, you got a single, a wild card, and a tag.
Yeah. Gotta think about that tag team.
There is one more out there that is still around.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, there's one. They're hot and cold depending on the day, but
Right.
I mean, we've all drafted tag teams. JPO could take another one out of the wild card technically, but I doubt he will. But yeah.
Well, first. He just returned. I think I'll fill in my last men's spot first. Give me Juice Robinson.
Okay.
God, it's hard to tell how this is going.
Yeah, right. We won't know. Literally week to week, we'll be like, none of my people were on TV this week. Oh well. And then the next week, all of my people were on TV this week. It's going to be one of those things. But JP, you got 2 singles and a wild card. So wherever you want to go.
I don't think he's done anything in ring, but I'm hoping that's about to change with the food. Give me Darby Allin.
Yeah.
I think he's going to pop back up very, very soon. So that might not be a bad pick.
They already did, the pay-per-view appearance and whatnot. So yeah, I feel like it's got to be him.
When he's there, he works a lot. So that's
it's been a minute. So yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And what else?
My son, Nick Wayne.
Okay.
No Jacob on it.
All right. Jacob, you got a tag or a wild card, wherever you want to go.
Yeah, and every time I find another tag team that I want, somebody gets drafted from them.
Oh, him and Kip Sabian weren't doing much. Come on.
You don't know that.
Kip Sabian's never getting pushed.
You don't know that. I can get
I
those
held you.
collision points. It's those collision points. No, give me the Outrunners.
Yeah, that was
That's the only other one you could theoretically go with, really. Like, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Because the guns are out with injury, so there's nothing there.
Again.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah, again. So all right, Richie, 2 singles. That's what you got.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much points this guy will be giving on TV, but definitely on pay-per-view coming up in review. You got Cope, I'll get Christian Cage.
Christian, all right. Okay.
All right, Pez, round out your
That's your
roster with
singles.
2 men.
All right, I'm gonna pick 2 guys who I think just get on TV and wrestle a shitload, even if it's just random matches. Give me the Beast Mortos.
Oh, fuck.
My next Melfit.
He's always on TV, even if he never wins.
I don't know why I didn't think of his point.
Mr. Mercedes is always on TV, so you know.
Yeah, he's a pretty woman thing.
Yeah. And you know what? Another guy that's kind of sneaky on TV a lot. Give me Roderick Strong.
Adam.
He's always tooling around in like random matches. Yeah, so. And he's on most pay-per-views somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. One more, Richie.
So, I might as well have go for him because I was thinking about him and I could get points when they're teaming with your guy. So I'll go Kyle O'Reilly.
I was thinking about him too.
All right. Kyle O'Reilly. Okay. All right. Jacob, you have a wild card. You can take whoever you want for that one.
Give me. Yeah, I don't know how often the trios titles will get defended. I think Powerhouse Hobbs is still a good pick.
I think he's a solid pick. Yeah, I considered him. He gets on TV fairly frequently. Yeah.
And then that's another case. Like, you get the points for the singles matches, but then you get the points for, the
Right. Yeah. Right. And yeah, we'll go over some of the ones that were on the table here in a minute. But once JPO gets his final pick out of the way.
JPO picks Big Boom AJ.
I'm going to Rizzler.
Yeah. But you have a wild card, so you can go wherever direction you want. Yeah. Well, you have a wild card, so
Don Callis.
How many picks in general do I have?
2. Yeah.
Oh, did I do 10 people? Who's my list so far?
You have so your male wrestlers are Will Ospreay, Paige, Takeshita, Brody King, Darby Allin, Nick Wayne. You have Chris Statlander and Megan Bain, and then your tag team is FTR.
I just didn't write down Adam Page. Okay, that's what I fucked up. Okay. So let's go Wheeler Yuta.
I considered him actually. He just wrestles a lot. Yeah,
he's on TV a lot.
Again, that's the workhorse that gets booked a lot.
I was thinking with him, between him, Hobbs, Claudio.
Claudio wrestles a lot too. Yeah, even just like random tags, trios, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Hechicero wrestles sneakily a lot. I looked at past results. He kind of sneaky gets on a lot of those like trios, random 6-man tags, things like that. Tony loves Hologram. You could pick Hologram. He gets on.
Wait, don't I have one more pick?
No, that's it.
That's 10.
We're done. Yeah. That was your wild card.
Give my list again? Oh,
Will Ospreay, Hangman Page, Takeshita, Brody King, Darby Allin, Nick Wayne are your 6. Chris Statlander, Megan Bayne are your 2. FTR, your wild card is Wheeler.
I don't think we're done, Darby. Okay.
You didn't write down Darby? Yeah.
I was keeping a really bad track of my list. I was
Yeah.
looking them, but I wasn't putting them on my list. Oh, okay. I was about to do a
Yeah.
hologram.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, there's people. It's interesting because I even looked up last minute like injury reports because you got guys like Jay White out there who is still technically hurt. I was seeing if he was coming back anytime soon. But that could be one where if he comes back, you substitute. You know what I mean? Like you could chop in Jay White.
I looked up Orange Cassidy. Like a guy that any one of us would have picked if he was active, but last reports was it might be the end of the year, could be the beginning of next year. So
right, and it's like Eddie Kingston is like ready to go apparently.
Of course, that dude,
yeah. So there's people out there.
I thought about Hook as well. Like, when is he coming back? Like, yeah,
I don't think Hook was hurt.
Like there, yeah.
I thought about,
but Orange Cassidy, if he was active, would be a good pick because he gets on TV a lot. But yeah, he's
he easily would have been gone around Florida too. I think. Oh yeah. That's good Russell.
Yeah. But those are some of the alternates. You guys like Claudio, I think would have been a decent pick, or even like Hechicero, Commander. Some of those guys that get on TV a lot. Just even some of those random luchadors. So women, I think you could have gone Mina Shirakawa, Julia Hart. Some of those people. That get on TV.
Julia Hart was on my mind. Mina could end up being on TV a lot.
Jamie Hayter, she's on the table. So. Yeah, she's injured. So I mean, you got to consider those sort of just those workhorse sort of even lower mid card guys like Wheeler. Yeah, it's not a bad pick, JBO. I mean, just for matches. That's perfect.
No, I don't mind that in my last pick.
Yeah, so this should be interesting, and then we'll have our 3 substitutions. If somebody comes back, starts getting a push, you can substitute somebody, get them in there. If somebody gets hurt. Whatever it is. So this is interesting. I think we all have a nice mix of people. So I don't know where this is going to go from week to week. You know what I mean? Right. You could have
this Jacob, hard to predict.
Jacob, you might be doing like big swings week to week, depending on who's on TV. You know what I mean? Like you could have weeks where like somebody gets like 50 points and the other people get like 10 points. You know what I mean? You could have big swings with AEW depending on who they're high on from week to week.
I think I think our draft it shows that we're very it's an intelligent booking. The majority of these people are on TV consistently.
We're trying, or at least we think they will be. You never know. But should we run them down one more time, Jacob? Everybody run down the rosters. Yeah.
Run down one more time. JPO was our first overall pick. JPO, you got your roster.
Yeah, I don't have it in order. Does that count? Is that okay?
Just
that's fine. Just run it down. Yeah,
I forgot that. I mean, I started off with FTR, Jackson Cash. I went to Will Ospreay, John Moxley. I threw in some Chris Stanlander, Kazuchika Takeshita, Megan Bayne, Brody King, Hangman Adam Page, Wheeler Utah, as well as the Darby Allin.
You do not have John Moxley. I have John Moxley. So
I said John Moxley?
Yep. I don't know where you got that from.
Who did I leave out then?
I don't think you left anyone out. I think maybe you just added.
You just added that, and you don't have.
I only have 10 though. What's my list? I suck.
So you have Will Ospreay,
Will Ospreay, Hangman Takeshita, Brody, Darby, Nick Wayne, Wheeler Yuta, Chris Statlander.
I don't have Nick Wayne on here. I didn't say Nick Wayne. Jesus, something's wrong with me. I don't know why. Why did I write John? I wrote John Moxley. Why did I write that?
You wanted.
Maybe that was maybe that was my plan. Maybe
You wanted Moxley, but you did not get Moxley.
All right, my apologies for being off the game.
You're good.
There were several people that I wanted. I don't know how confident I am in this roster, but we'll see. But yeah, I have, and I didn't put them down in order because I just went by category. So my 6 singles male wrestlers are Kazuchika Okada, Swerve Strickland, Ricochet, MJF, Bandito, Juice Robinson. My 2 women are Willow Nightingale and Alex Windsor. The Outrunners are my tag team. And for my wild card, I picked Powerhouse Hobbs.
All right. Richie, you need me to read
You
yours?
got run down my thing. I got dragged.
Yes. I'll send it to you after the show. If you remind me, I'll send it to you. But Richie, for his 6 singles, has Kyle Fletcher, Mark Briscoe, Josh Alexander, Daniel Garcia, Christian Cage, Kyle O'Reilly. 2 women, Athena and Thekla. His tag team, the Gates of Agony, and your wild card, you went with another female, Queen Amanada. So there you go. And then for my singles, I have John Moxley, Adam Copeland, Kenny Omega, Speedball, Mike Bailey, The Beast, Mortos, and Roderick Strong. I was able to get 2 females I'm very happy with. Luck of the draw, Tony Storm and Mercedes Moné for my female. And I have the Hurt Syndicate of Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley. And then my wild card that nobody picked up of the Young Bucks / Generation Me, whatever they want to be called. Founding Fathers, whatever the hell they want to be called going forward. The Matt and Nick Jackson. So there you go.
Yeah, so whenever Collision is, that's going to be our
first show.
First show.
Mm-hmm.
So thankfully, it wasn't like happening tonight, and people
on a Thursday night. They've done like random Thursday collisions.
Yeah, exactly. And people are and like you're like looking at the results, like oh, Roderick Strong won tonight. Let me draft him.
Actually, I'll tell you one other guy that appears a decent amount on the show, and it doesn't win a lot, but AR Fox.
Only lately though. I feel like that's not consistent.
I was scared because he's gone very hot and cold with him. He's hot right now, but like again, I'll wait another couple of months. Like, and I hope I'm wrong because I like AR Fox, but there was a week before. Like, don't forget, he was like about to be in All In that one year. With the Sting match, they got taken out of that and got taken off TV and turned face and heel and face. Like so. Yeah, it's hard to confirm that one.
Yeah. So if you would like a preview of what they have already announced for Collision, no spoilers, just the match announcements of what's coming up, so you can get a preview of who might get some first round of batches of points here. Kyle Fletcher versus Ishii for the TNT title. So Richie will get some points for a potential title defense. Title defense right off the bat.
Fine. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, we've got a 6-lady Triangle of Madness match, 3 versus 3.
Lady.
Queen Amanada, Willow, and Tay Mello versus Sky Blue, Julia Hart, and Thekla. So Richie also going to pick up points.
How long did he get points for that?
Richie did look it up.
No,
he looked it up. Jacob will get points for Willow, so that's at least something there. JPO Hangman Page teaming up with Jet Speed, which nobody drafted actual Jet Speed as a tag team, but I do have
Kevin Knight,
Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight versus Roosh, Dralistico, and Baby the Beast Mortos. He gets on fucking.
I thought about Roosh.
I thought about Roosh. Yeah,
he would have been a big. I think he would have been a good pickup.
Yeah, and then already announced for Dynamite next week, Adam Copeland versus Big Stoke. In there. John Moxley versus Kevin Knight. So I'm getting points for Cope and Mox. Very happy
Kevin
about that.
Might have been a good pickup.
Yeah, he might have been a good pickup. And just as Hangman Page and MJF have a face-to-face, so no match. But there you go. Well, that's not so far. So a little preview of some potential TV points coming up. No pay-per-view match. I think they've announced, 1 or 2 matches for Forbidden Door? They announced a couple things.
They announced there's going to be like there's a fatal 4-way for TBS. So announced Alex that there's going to be like one person from AEW, one person from CML, one person from Stardom. The one person from AEW is Alex Windsor. And
then a CMLL and a Stardom representative.
Mercedes Moné is part of that match, so I'll get some points in there. My timeless Tony Storm versus Athena, so me versus you, Richie, for the title there. Okada and Swerve, so double points for Jacob in that match. So no matter who wins, there's either a defense or a win. So there you go.
And that's where I was fine because it's like I think Okada will still, whoever loses, they're still going to be featured pretty prominently.
Yeah. And then
I think as well.
We're maybe Darby and Moxley is a thing, and then Hurt Syndicate will be defending the titles, so we don't know against who yet. So we'll see what happens there, and then Tanahashi versus To Be Announced. So
I love To Be Announced. He's good.
To Be Announced is a great wrestler. Yes.
Well, yeah, that's just because they don't know if a Hangman will be the champion still.
Yeah.
You know,
So again, I think everybody, again, it's not going to be, I don't think, overloaded every week with who has like an overwhelming roster of people on the show. I think it's going to be like we'll each have like 2 people from the roster on this TV episode and 2 people on this TV episode. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be a mix. Yeah, Jacob's going to have to comb through those results and kind of pick around.
Yeah.
So
again, I use Cage Match, so it's always
Yeah.
consistent. I just go
Yes.
based off their results.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and this will be just a, I'm gonna do it show by show because again, we don't know. Sometimes they do those Thursday dynamites or Thursday collisions and whatever. But yeah, we'll have five pay-per-views between now and the end of the year. So chance for some big points there because those are always 12, including the pre-show, which always 12 matches. We count the pre-show as pay-per-view points.
No, I'd say TV. It's free.
Yeah, that was my
Well, I mean, it counts for
Yeah.
points, just not pay-per-view
point.
points,
Yeah,
right?
that's
No,
yeah.
I would do
points.
points. I would do points, but I'd say a TV point because again, it's free on YouTube and everywhere.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
That's where I was leaning to. I just wanted to get a consensus.
Yeah. It's still televised, so it counts. Yeah, you get somebody could have drafted Shane Taylor. He gets on his pre-shows if you wanted to draft him.
That's why I said JP's last pick would be Big Boom.
Not a pre-show without Shane Taylor Promotions. So.
But, all right, yeah, that is our draft. Yeah, I'll be back. We'll be back. Well, I will not be. Actually, I will not be on the show next week. I will be doing comedy. But again, I can share the sheet that I keep the points on, and so you'll at least you will still be able to share the points and share the standings. So. Yeah. We still have 2 nights of SummerSlam to talk about.
Well, I think some of the we'll go fast through a few.
Yeah, because I was just about to say, I think both nights where we had really good openers, bangers in the main event, and then there was some good stuff in between. I don't think there was anything bad on the show, but it was just like, okay, that was good. Yeah, two nights of SummerSlam. Night 1, we opened with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso defeating Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And yeah, I just thought the action between all 4 was really good. I think JPO and I both went Bronson, just thinking, hey, let's give it to the new team. Let's give it to the new stable. And of course, it's don't bet against Roman Reigns on.
I never do.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm not surprised with the result. I also don't really hate it, based on the aftermath. I think Braun and Bronson can get their win back, and keep their momentum going. The match it was good. I think there's some good spots. I think there were several moments I was like, oh, Braun and Bronson are going to take it, but ultimately Roman and Jey win. I think it was a really great way to open the night, to open the weekend. So Braun and Bronson, I'm still pulling for you. JPO, what'd you think of the opener?
Yeah, I mean, not bad. Like you said, it's a good match 1. You have star power. You have a story. You have clear baby feel. So good opener. Again, stupid us for thinking spread the love, but your name is Roman. So I
mean, he had to get
catch him in the pickup. I think he's getting revenge for not having any lines in the pickup.
Yeah, Pez?
Yeah, not much to say. I kind of forgot about it by the time we got to the end of night 2. You know what I mean? So, but it was a good way to open the show. You figure they were going to open with Jey, doing his big entrance, to get the crowd going. It made sense. The Browns, probably should have maybe won booking wise, but we'll see what happens. Braun Breaker, did he legit leg injury or a little knee twerk? What?
Seems fine on Raw.
So maybe just tweaked it a little bit. Maybe just kind of, a little stinger. Yeah, that could happen. Sometimes guys get little stingers and it's just in the moment, and a couple days later they're fine. Just a little, you tweak it a little bit, you're all right. Like spasm and stuff. So yeah, hopefully he's good to go. I would imagine, I don't know when they're gonna potentially introduce another man, but if it looks like it's gonna be for War Games, Survivor Series, a potential like Seth Rollins team versus, a CM Punk, team, sort of thing. I would imagine, leading up to an eventual, Rollins Punk, in my estimation, a Hell in a Cell match, I think is on the horizon for the end of the feud, maybe even a WrestleMania. I would imagine, the Seth Rollins team will add a fourth person before War Games. We'll see whoever it'll be. I know they trademarked recently the Vision, which would make sense, for the name of their.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, the Vision for the name of the stable. Finally, I just think they haven't made it official.
They name dropped the that name on Raw, so they didn't.
So I think that'll be. They're calling Paul Heyman the Oracle, so that makes sense. Vision, Oracle, things like that. So makes sense. But I would imagine the CM Punk team will be, him, Roman Reigns,
LA Knight. I think LA.
Maybe Jey Uso and LA Knight. Yeah, would make sense for their team. So I would say that'd be a solid 4, and then whoever Rollins drafts for his team. So even if it's just a temporary person, so maybe a Drew McIntyre or something like that. Yeah, I could see. Even to a degree. But a good setup for some things to come. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, I thought the match was solid. It was pretty good opener. I liked how that Roman almost made Jay do the whole entrance, the whole entrance again. But I don't know. This weird gimmick of the Russ Reed has of stealing Roman's shoes is weird. The tribal thief. I don't know if it's leading to a one-on-one match with like
a Shula Fala.
Like a Shula Pole match or something. But I can see it leading to one-on-one match, just like a thing. But it's entertaining. It's interesting. I think it was a show that hey, Jay and Roman got over their issues, and they're actually proper. They team well now, and it's cool to see actually Jay got the win. But it was fun. Crowd were we're really into it. They're into most of the show actually, so it was good.
Yeah. And then am I alone in thinking that the next 3 matches were good? Nothing really to write home about, and I think so. I think if you guys are okay, in the interest of time,
I can't even remember which one. Which were they? I can't even remember.
I'm getting to it. Following we had Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss defeating the Judgment Day to become the women's tag team champions in a fine match. I think is that fair to say? Fine match.
Yeah. No, it was all right. It was just sort of tease. I mean, there was that tease of is she going to kick Alexa? But
yeah, the whole finishing sequence was good with a couple of the near falls, and Charlotte teasing, hitting Alexa, but hitting Raquel instead, and the back of there was some good near falls there where Alexa broke up the pin last minute, on Charlotte. So a couple of good breakup near falls there. Good stuff.
The promo on Raw afterwards was a bit cringe. We're going to kick your A words. Shut up.
I remember watching it with JPO, and he was like, no, Charlotte, no. And then she kicked Raquel instead. He was like, oh, okay. Sami Zayn defeated Karrion Kross, even though we all picked Karrion Kross. Again, the match was fine. Nothing good. I don't think there was really anything to write home about these next 3 matches.
I think it was funny when he teased hitting Karrion with the pipe, and then the crowd booed when he didn't. He's like, no, you should show some edge, but it was fine.
Yeah, I think Sammy needs something. He's a great wrestler. He's great in the ring, but he's been the same character, for the last 3 or 4 years. He needs something other than I'm going to be the underdog going into WrestleMania.
Yeah, because you're not. You're one of the few people who've beaten Gunther. Shut up. You're a underdog anymore.
Right. JP Lopez, you guys have anything to add about Zayn and
Not
Cross?
really. It was like the same as the other matches, so not really anything to add. Yeah, I mean, I would have liked a Cross to win. That's all. But it is what it is.
Yeah, no, for sure. Unless the contract thing is true, like, why wouldn't you have Cross win? Why, man? Solidify how hot the guy is right now. Although, then again, in retrospect, yeah, like you said, one of the more disappointing matches too of the weekend too. So maybe they're still hesitant.
Mhm.
Then Tiffany Stratton defeated Jade to keep the women's championship. My one note, and JPO brought this up too, is Jade pulling Tiffany closer to the rope, so the pinfall doesn't count. But no, I think most of us were pulling for Jade. We predicted Jade.
You predicted Jade, yeah.
But I don't know if any of us are disappointed that Tiffany is continuing her title reign. And again,
I do wonder whether they, that they felt like what me and at least JP felt like maybe they felt like it was, maybe she wasn't totally ready yet, and they just kind of got whole thing and just like, yeah, let's just keep it on Tiffy for a while. I do expect that. I do expect she'll get her eventually, but but I'm surprised they didn't do it here. But it's cool. It was probably as good of a match that Jade's gonna have. I thought it was better than a lot of Jade's matches in the past. So it's good. It was right.
Yeah.
Yes. Fine. I don't think Jade's had anything above a 3-star match in WWE so far at all.
I
I'm being
think
generous.
they're still trying to test her, and I wouldn't necessarily say it was a fail, but yeah, it wasn't necessarily a huge pass either. So I didn't think the right thing. Obviously, that was way too fresh, but even if she wasn't fresh with that title, I think they did the right thing.
Yeah. And I think Jade's a better heel than.
Yeah, she is. So I don't know whether she's babyface.
Yeah, it's a weird baby face. Yeah, I'm supposed to cheer her, and like they've shown her with her kids in the past too, and it's still absolutely just be a heel.
But yeah, who would have thought that? At least in my opinion, that this was one of the better matches for night one. Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul defeating Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. And shout out to Jelly Roll. I guess it was his idea to lose. Like he was like, I want to lose. Like the celebrity more often than not wins, and so I wanna lose. I'm sure JPO would have loved to have heard that before he added him to his roster.
How come you didn't?
I said it was possible.
I mean, did you request that interview like we told you to with Jelly Roll on the Pierce Go? You could have asked him. Hey,
I will say, did I not say if anyone would do it, it might be him? The way he talks about the business, the way he acts. I said he's one of the ones that I'm thinking he's not doing this out of greed. He's not promoting a new album. He's doing this because he loves it and he uses it as motivation. And I'm very glad he lost in a weird way. I'm glad he lost. Like it makes me respect him just that much more.
Yeah, shout out to him for taking that spot through the table. Like
shit, he bounced. He bounced. Yeah.
That dude, the fucking hang time that Logan got off that frog splash was insane. Like, I don't know how anybody could like talk shit about Logan in the ring at this point. Say what you will about the guy, whether you like him or not, but that dude is talented as hell, like in the ring. I mean, that was impressive, like really impressive. So yeah, one of the spots of the weekend.
Yeah, and then for they did this, but how often does somebody like make a like he didn't like leave, but how often does somebody make a return, like a valiant heroic return like Jelly Roll did, only to get pinned? Like I was like, oh, okay, here's the comeback, here's the win, and then Logan Paul gets the pin. Like I was thoroughly entertained with this match.
Yeah, it was entertaining. I didn't say anything without it. Thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was surprised Jelly Roll started the match. I thought he would have like gotten the build up to the tag. You know what I mean? To see what he could do. He went in there and did a couple of spots here and there, and so it was all right.
I told JPO, I was like, you almost need 2 stopwatches for this match, one for the total time, and then one to see how long Jelly Roll was in the match, and then Jelly Roll started, and I was like, oh, never mind.
But yeah, no, I liked how I think he was really good at selling the emotion. Like when he came back, I'm like, man, he gets how to sell the emotion. It was he really was able to get like. I mean, obviously he was going to get invested anyway because he's like a celebrity and he's so beloved, but just his facials were great and trying to get the crowd. You can tell he was like he got blown up quite quickly, but like he didn't let that go. I do like how he was the psych that they called it the black hole jam, whatever the black hole slam, the black hole jam. Well, they actually call it by Abyss because I guess he's in the game. They call it the side.
The Black Roll Slam.
The Black Roll Slam or something. Yeah. It was weird. The only awkward moment was like he like Goozles Logan for the choke slam, but he Goozled him for like a long time. It was like, are they trying to just time in the spot? But yeah, it was all right. But yeah, like I think props to him for committing, being really committed and going 100, not treating this as a joke and going 100%, and then and this just match was really booked really well, and I think hats off to him for. This was it was a great success, and I think it was they're probably relieved considering that whatever went down with Travis Scott wasn't probably pleasant. So I'm sure they're happy to deal someone who's easy to deal with. So yeah, this match was great. So yeah, hats off to Jelly Roll. I really good. It was good.
I don't need to see him like every pay-per-view, but 6 months from now he wants to have another tag match with somebody else. Like, yeah, go ahead. What I mean? You want to on the trucks every now and then? That's fine.
Surprise Royal Rumble entrant like Bad Bunny was.
he could be. I wouldn't put it aside. Yeah, it's possible.
Also, shout out, like he sold it the next night too. They showed him in the crowd, and he was like, "Oh, happy tonight." Like, he kind of sold the pain a little bit. So, shout out to Jelly Roll. Shout out to just the WWE celebrity matches the last few years. They've had some good ones between Bad Bunny, the Johnny Knoxville Sami Zayn match was better than it had any right to be. This one, like they've. Yeah, not all the celebrity involvement has worked. Travis Scott,
even going back to like Stephen Amell worked his ass off and the ones that he did. So
basically, I think that they're kind of being more serious. Like, hey, like if we want you to be involved, they think you cool, but you got to take this. You got to train, but seriously, you got to at least be a bit confident out there.
You're not gonna pull a Dennis Rodman. I mean, that's what happened with Travis Scott. Is like he didn't take it seriously, and they're like, "Yeah, you get this off." So thanks.
Which is weird because you watch it if you watch WWE Unreal, like Travis Scott was into it, like at Rumble or at Chamber and Mania, like so. I'm really curious to see like what happened, like if they show any of that in later episodes, because I think they plan on doing more. So like just what happened with that. But yeah, and then what a main event we had. This is the match I kind of wish we were watching with you, Pez. I know you watched it night one.
Bro, if you would have seen me during this match on my couch watching this, being like, dude, this is what I'm talking about, dude. He is whooping CM Punk's ass in this match. This is like old school Walter, kind of shit. Just like chopping the hell out of CM. When it got to the point where he was like chopping CM Punk's thighs, I was like, this match is awesome. like hanging him in the tree of woe and chopping his thighs. I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. He's chopping him in the back of the head. He's chopping him in the back. He's chopping him in his chest. Just chopping him left and right. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Like Punk was bleeding on his chest like near the end of the match. No, this was like every bit of like a great psychological ass kicking, and like what it needed to be, especially to play into the finale. And it was the psychology of it for anybody who kind of missed it. This was like a Rocky match. This was he gets his ass kicked for a lot of it. Rocky, aka CM Punk in this match gets his shot in. He cuts the Russian, like Rocky 4. The Russian's cut, and he freaks out because I asked JPO. I said, JPO, I can't recall. Is this the first time Gunther's bled in a match? Seriously, I cannot remember. Maybe
I know. I don't remember him being a big bleeder by any means in any company ever. Yeah.
That's what I mean. And so then maybe that's why the crowd reacted like they did when he popped up and his face is covered in blood, because he's a guy that we don't see. We've seen Punk bleed, we've seen Rollins bleed. Pretty much everybody else, the main roster we've seen bleed at some point or another. But it played into the psychology of the match because Gunther now is frazzled. He's panicking. He's bleeding. It's getting in his eyes. He's freaking out, and that's what led to CM Punk getting the opening. To hit the moves, to do what he has to do to win. I loved that he hits the one GTS, the kind of just standing there out on his feet sell, and then hitting it again. Like it worked perfectly, and then getting the pin. And we'll talk about the aftermath obviously in a second. But I thought this was a great match. I thought CM Punk triggered tremendous ass kicking in this match, and he probably told him to just. I'm sure backstage it was like, bro, just lay it in. You know what I mean? Any chance you get, just lay it in. It'll work. So much that I think Punk was kind of gassed near the end of this match. Like he was huffing and puffing, and that's kind of unusual for him. I thought this match was tremendous. I will go back and watch this at some point.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richie?
Yeah, this match is fantastic. I know two people who should have got this match, who understood the psychology of this match, who didn't. But I don't know if you went back and watched Brian and Benny thing, Austin. But that was.
I don't understand. What was so hard about the psychology of this? Punk got his ass he got a lucky shot in. Gunther panicked when he saw blood and freaked out and didn't know what to do, and he took the opportunity to then win the match. It's a basic story. I don't know how you didn't understand that.
I can't believe he just won like that. No clue what. But there's also great storytelling in that too, because he was winning and then he got cocky and then paraded on the announce table, and it was exactly like the Drew McIntyre thing. He paraded on the announce table. He got his legs swept down from under him, and then that led to his downfall. So his own hubris got in the way, and I think that's just a great storytelling. All around, and we'll get to the end here too. But no matter, and obviously Punk's the commentators talked about obviously the age of Punk, but talked about how whatever Punk tried to do, he was manning a comeback then, but Gunther would be too much. But but eventually he got this hope spot, and then it was and then he got into a position where Gunther hadn't been in before, and he was able to take advantage and obviously this was and also sort of to write off. I think he literally does have an issue with his symptom. He's probably going to go away for a bit. So it was a good way to sort of explain away that and the storyline. But when he did slip, I thought he legit did for a bit at one point hit his face on the monitor. I'm like, oh shit! But luckily it wasn't. But no, I thought the psychology of this match was fantastic, and I thought it made for a great moment. And I think when inevitably when he does win it back and has a more decent run, I think it'll make for an even bigger moment when he wins the title and actually has a run. So I thought this match was fantastic.
Yeah, if you want to beat Gunther, just make him bleed or put him in a sleeper. That's all you have to do. Right, JPO?
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
Be loud.
What'd you think of the main event, JPO?
No, it's funny. I saw someone post a gift about CM Punk fans outrage. I'm a huge CM Punk fan. I love the ending. You know what I mean? It's the classic Daniel Bryan a few years ago. You had it. It's taken away from you. This would have been Punk's first WWE title, in over a decade. It's so close. I'm down for more Punk and Rollins. I mean, to me, there's so many similarities. Punk, took over Ring of Honor. When time he left a year or so later, so Rollins debuts, takes over Ring of Honor. Um, so I'm down for more matches with them. I love the ruse. I love the little, drop the cane. Haha. I'm down for it. It was fun.
I called it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I said here on the show, Punk will win. He will get his couple of minutes in the spotlight, and I did like that they stretched it out just enough to give him like the moment, let the crowd kind of sink in, give you that sense. But like they always do that weird shot where he's like standing at a certain angle, and the camera will always have like the Titantron in the background, perfectly in the background, and then that's when you hit the music, And as soon as he hit the music, I said he's going to come out limping and he's going to drop the damn crutches, and that's exactly what he did. And I said I knew it was a work, I knew it was all a ruse, and it was exactly what they needed to you keep this feud going, because this time it's not about Rollins said he's not going to let him like leave somewhere with the title. He didn't say he wouldn't let him like stop him from winning it per se, but like he's just not going to let you leave with it, So and I think it's even more of a humiliation that he gets the win, lets him have his moment, and just like Drew McIntyre's viewers, again, the same thing. The WrestleMania being at the top of the mountain and having it yanked out from under you, with the Money in the Bank, it's the same thing. Punk has it ripped out from under him, and now Seth's gonna duck and dodge Punk, for a while until he eventually has to kind of confront him, I think, in a Hell in a Cell at some point. I think they're going to bring back the cell with Punk, because it seems like they are saving it for those special occasions, for those blood feuds, those big grudge matches, and that certainly would warrant one. I think we would have enough time by the time we get to it again, distance from the Drew McIntyre match. So I think you could do it again.
Because Punk and Drew McIntyre had a Hell in a Cell match, which was fantastic, and so did Seth. He had a Hell in a Cell match like with Cody. So yeah,
with Cody. So yeah, I mean, it's only natural that they meet up at some point in it, and yeah, I think it would warrant it whether they do it this year, or I would even say you could even do it at like a night one main event of WrestleMania or something. I think you could even do that at a Mania. I mean, it's not unprecedented for them to do Hell in a Cell at Mania. Edge and with Finn Balor did one at Mania. Yeah. So it's not like unprecedented to do one at Mania, and I think you could stretch it out that far. Have them have more encounters in the Rumble, whatever. Like I said, War Games, if it's like a Punk team versus a Rollins team, you could kind of tease a little bit of that in War Games. So, there's a way you could keep this going and then blow it off give Punk a big WrestleMania. Even if it's for the title, give Punk that WrestleMania moment and have them have a big main event match at Mania and still kind of give him his, what he kind of wants. So that can work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could easily see you keep Punk and Rollins away from each other. I could easily see like a clash in Paris if they're not going Seth in LA in a rematch.
Which I think they are.
Punk in LA versus Braun and Bronson. I could see that as a big match.
They could easily work around it, you know what I mean? And then even War Games, if it's a team versus a team, it's still not a one-on-one match, right. And then still build up to that eventual one-on-one like final encounter, in a Hell in a Cell. I think it would make sense. And it would work, and you could stretch it out, with the other faction members, tag matches, trios matches, whatever, team matches. So yeah, it works.
I saw people, they were like, why didn't Punk just leave the ring? Why did Punk stay? And I'm like, well, at first, like obviously he thought Rollins was injured, and then obviously he takes the things down.
Yes.
But if they cut to him in the ring, and he's looking around like, where's Braun and Bronson? Like they should be here. And by the time he's done looking around, like Rollins is in the ring.
Yeah, how does he know that if he wouldn't like leave the ring, the Bronze wouldn't be right there to like beat the shit out of him and throw him in the ring, and also he just got his ass kicked for 20 minutes by Gunther, right. really badly. Like he's a beaten and battered man at the end of that match, who barely escaped and won. So I mean, I get the wrestling logic of like, you're just like waiting for it, but it's also wrestling. Like, relax, people. Like it is what it is. Yeah. There's worse offenses of logic. We'll get to my geek of the week for SummerSlam at night 2, but we'll get there.
Yeah. So Yeah, so night one ends with Rollins as champion.
Mhm.
What would you guys give night one? One to 10, Pez. What would you give night one?
Again, a great main event. I think an okay undercard, and if you have that and a great moment in the show, so you did end strong, but I still wouldn't go higher than like a 6.5 because I don't think there's anything egregiously bad. But the main event saved it, from being like
Yeah,
it was very similar to WrestleMania Night One, a great main event with Punk in it, and Rollins in it, ironically enough, and they kind of saved an otherwise middling, kind of undercard. So somewhere in that territory, but not bad. Just kind of.
no, yeah,
I'm not going to go back to anything on the undercard. I'll go back to this main event at some point.
right. That's about where
Yeah.
I'm at. 6.5, maybe 7 because I do like I did like the the Charlotte Flair Alexa Bliss title change. I'm becoming a fan of that team. I hope they have a good reign. JP, what are you thinking for night one?
No, I'm not as down as some people. I think some people are more egregious. I think everything was at least pretty watchable. The words was not bad. But I'm also not that high either. So I think that high 6 makes sense to me. It's still a recommendation to a degree. Definitely check out the main event. So maybe we get close to a 7, but we'll go with a 6.9.
Nice.
Yeah.
Richie, what are you thinking for night one?
Yeah, I might. I'll go. I'll go 7. I think the midway was just your average sort of pay-per-view match, nothing to write home about. But yeah, the main event, the opener, and another match that made it worthwhile. The Jelly Roll match was really fun. So yeah, I do like how Michael Cole didn't want to recycle heist of the century, so he wanted this say ruse of the decade. Ruse of the century. It doesn't really have the same ring to it. So yeah, yeah, it was good. But yeah, 7.
Yeah, and then so we got into night 2, and I think it was rinse and repeat. You had a really strong opener. The mid card was good. I think they're a little better than the night before. Not much,
Yeah.
and then a banger of a main event. But yeah, we opened with a triple threat for the women's world championship. Naomi retaining her title over Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, like we all thought, and deservedly so. I think Naomi is just a great character right now. Io, just one of the best wrestlers right now. She is phenomenal, and then Mommy is always on top. So yeah, those three, great. So Richie, what did you think of the opener?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit wondering about the way I thought. I think it tells a good story of Rhea still hasn't beaten Io, and I thought it was the good way to tell it is that Rhea will have Io beaten, and then the heel would sneak in, and that's what happened. Shout out to Naomi's dad who can shred. That entrance was fucking cool.
That was really cool.
That was good, and it made her entrance cool. Naomi's always been cool, but this that heel side brought up just a badass, which is cool. She might be one of my when it comes to a year-end awards, she might be up there in female of the year, or at least a breakout. I think she's been really entertaining and is coming into her own. It makes me think she should have been a heel for a while ago. Because she really she's really digging into it. But yeah, the match itself was fantastic. Be interesting. Yeah, I'm looking. I mean, I know they're doing. Next week. I think they're doing Naomi and Io. I don't expect Naomi to live there. I think Naomi's probably going to verse Stephanie. Be interesting to see if she holds on to that. I would want Naomi to hold on to it for a little while before she loses it. So, because I'm just enjoying her run at the moment. No, I thought this match was really good, but I wasn't expecting anything less. And still, it's a great opener. Highlight other than the match is Naomi's dad shredding on the guitar. I didn't talented family all around apparently.
Yeah, a lot of parallels to WrestleMania. Night one, you had Jey Uso in the opener, and then you had Seth and Punk involved in the main event of night one, and then on night two, you had Rhea and Io in a triple threat in the opener, followed by John Cena and Cody in the main event. A lot of parallels, but
And a lot of stipulations on the second night, just like
well,
WrestleMania. As well.
yeah, we'll get into that, but
Yeah.
JPO, your thoughts on the opener?
No, really good stuff here. I think we all kind of figured this story. Want to have a good one. Eel and Ripley have some good chemistry here. Now you have a directed heel that can, do some heelish stuff, including the finish, which I think we all kind of saw coming. But when you heal, you got to heal it out. So, no, good match again. Really smart choice for the opener.
Yeah, Pez.
Yeah, no, again, great way to open the show. It was a smart idea. I kind of thought, when they got to night two, I was like, it'd probably make sense if they let the women's triple threat just open the show just like WrestleMania. Yeah, it was a good idea. Was it as good as the WrestleMania match? Not quite. I think the WrestleMania just had that right feel and like those big moments in the crowd, just everything. But not to say this was bad. Like this is very good. Again, I think the WrestleMania just clicked a tad more, but it still had really good. This final 5 minutes was great. Yeah, a lot of the breakups and the big moves were all excellent. And yeah, no, Naomi escaping with it, just kind of how we thought. Same thing. Rhea still can't get Jada EO beat right with the was the riptide off the top and ready to go, and then just stealing it out there, and so they can still continue that of that story. And I imagine again they'll have a big blow off match at some point. Rio will get that win eventually. But good way to open the show. I got no complaints.
Yeah, and then again, much like night one, I think night two we got again solid opener, great main event, and in the mid card you had a really solid, entertaining tag team match. Because I think the 6-pack TLC match was very entertaining. You had spots. I think everybody had their spots. I think everybody had their moments. I'm just
Candace all right?
The Wyatt Six are the Wyatt Six a heel team or a heel stable, or are they a face stable?
Yes.
Because the face is winning because everybody in their team is getting involved. Like whatever. I was just really hoping that the Machine Guns would get that one big, WWE moment for their resume, for their career. I thought this could have been it, but whatever. They had their spots. DIY had their spots. Again, everyone had their spots. Andrade and Rey Fenix. I hope they still continue as a tag team. I hope that because I think they can be very entertaining as a team. Until we see Ray and Penta eventually join up again as a tag team for Axiom, future tag team champions. I honestly could see them being the ones taking them off the Wyatt Six. Yeah, no, really, really fun, entertaining tag team match, which is the theme of the weekend apparently. Pez, your thoughts on
Yeah, no, I mean, I think they did the Hardys and the Dudleys in the front row there proud with this one, as far as the bonkers, crazy factor, with creating some very, very memorable moments. Yeah, I thought it was a genius spot to have the 4-corner table spot, one person at the corner, then go right to the next person doing another move, Phoenix doing another move, and the Spanish Fly spot was nuts. Yeah, the Spanish Fly.
Very little room for error because it was like a small spot, and
they had to nail that perfectly in order to not just completely destroy themselves. But yeah, they did. Shout out to Candice LeRae for taking that nasty bump. The ladder. Yeah, that was crazy, and Ciampa doing like headstands and lifting himself up to avoid the spear spot was great. Like pulling himself up. Yeah, that was really, really cool. And Fraxium doing the cool spot even earlier to try to or was it Ray and Andrade trying to grab the belt on the shoulder? That was fun. Early on. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, again, some really cool, just like innovative stuff that got the crowd, really, really going. So we got plenty of table carnage in this one, plenty of ladder carnage. I got no complaints. I think people are going to go back to this one, and it's going to become one of those like once people go back and revisit. It's not every ladder match and whatnot gets like revisited over the years. Some kind of get lost, and it's like they're okay, but they're not great. This one I think it had that mayhem of those TLC matches, and just having these guys, it was pretty much nonstop once it got going. So plenty to talk about here. Good stuff.
Yeah, I loved Gargano's tweet later too. He was like, for those wondering, no, I did not sleep on the couch tonight. We're in a hotel room and it only has a bed.
Yeah, that was kind of bizarre. It's like he's like, "Oh, Candace, baby, all right. Anyways, gotta get these titles." You know what I mean? Like, I think you're gonna be in the doghouse later, brother. But all right.
JPO, what did you think of TLC?
I mean, luckily this wasn't a little up there. I think our expectations, hopefully. Fun ladder spots. That's what you want. You know what I mean? Fun scene. Just in general, if you do go to 30, you better give us more matches too, so we get more people on your show. So fun to see in tag teams in general here. I respect the hell out of all these tag teams. So I was just happy it was on the card. It was fun. Different something different. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, no, I thought it was fantastic. No, Nathan Fraser was really good as match. He can like just scramble up that ladder really quickly. Holy shit, this dude does that. Some spots saying I keep saying this, but like it's hard to believe that the Dexter Lumis I'm watching now is the Dexter Lumis NXT. He's lost a lot of weight, and he's fucking agile as hell. But it's good for him. He's been around for ages. He was like Sam Shaw in TNA.
Bro, I refed for Sam Shaw in like 2011 at USWA in Jacksonville, Florida. Like I used to ref for him like when he was just a Florida guy before he even got signed with TNA. Like that dude's been around the block like a lot.
He briefly was one of Raven's lackeys, a guy named Lupus. Like dude, he's been around for ages, and he's still he's crushing it. He's good for him. I like everyone that everyone kind of got involved, including Nikki. I like seeing Nikki there. She's another person that would just do anything, any insane spot people ask for. And it's cool to see Candace in that kind of spot, because she'd do those kind of insane spots in the indies and stuff. But like, I feel like in WWE, she's sort of on the main roster. She's just sort of there, and I'm like, she'll be utilized. So I'd be good if they utilized her a bit more. But yeah, no, that was an insane spot, and I'm glad she's right.
Maybe she finally showed that guerrilla warfare match she had in PWG to somebody, and they were like, "See what I can do." Like the Young Bucks, like like I can hang with take super kicks and crazy attack.
I tried saying live on Sunday, like, yeah, that's gnarly, but I've seen her get kicked in the face and bleed with thumbtacks, so she's good.
I remember when
that match.
I remember when Cedric Alexander said he got like death threats because he gave her a lumbar check. and
it was a nasty lumbar check too. She bounced like 3 feet in the air after that too. It was
but I watched that lumbar check a lot. I'm like, that's a good lumbar check. Oh, she bounces really hard. But yeah, no, it's really good match. I'll definitely go back and watch this one. This is fun.
Yeah, and again, much like night one, I thought the next 3 matches were fine. I thought, which sucks. I think Becky and Lyra, they had potential. They started off really well. I think this match was like 5 minutes too long. The Bailey interference, while I think expected, I don't think it should have led to Lyra losing, because now where does Lyra go? Does she get thrust into that main event scene, that main event women's scene, or no. I thought they had some good spots. I thought there were some good moments. I thought both women looked good. The unfortunate zip tie incident though, because like you can clearly see her hand come out of it and then go back in.
Oh God. Jeez.
And then she was
That's
just
gonna
kind
be
of holding it.
That's your next episode of Botchamania. They're gonna slow that down and be like, wait, what? Yeah, oops.
Yeah. I also think they should have like switched this out for one of the women's matches from night one, because this was essentially also a street fight. Just all these, it was no DQ, no count out. That's what a street fight is. And just too many stipulations on night two. We go from a TLC match to essentially a street fight,
to a street
steel
fight,
cage
to a
match,
match.
and then
to a regular match to a street fight. That's weird.
Yeah,
weird format.
Too much. Yeah, just
too much. Yeah, too much.
But yeah, no, I thought this match was good, but then the length, it just went too long. I think it was one of the longer matches of the entire weekend.
25 minutes. The second longest match on night 2
of the weekend.
This went almost 10 minutes longer than TLC. That's kind of insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I alone thinking that it was too long?
No, it's too long. It was overbooked for what it is, just way overbooked. And you got two women here. Their previous two matches have been great wrestling matches. If you wanted to do some kind of stipulation, do one that's like not like some kind of like hardcore stipulation. I would have been fine with like a 2 out of 3 falls match, something like that, or something, a submission match. I don't know, something wrestling based. More so than like, like why did we need plunder for these two when they put on great wrestling matches that have been really captivating? I just don't understand.
The 25 minutes would be warranted if it was 2 out of 3 falls.
If 2 out of 3 falls and they just put on a banger wrestling match, yeah, I'd be fine with that. Like I really would have. Like, why did this feud all of a sudden need crowbars and attempted murder? Zip ties. I don't understand. Like, this isn't some blood feud, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's a feud, but I don't feel like it warranted like a street fight stipulation yet, that just it seems odd. So the match is just out of place and way overbooked. So, not that they didn't do some cool spots, and they're both very talented, obviously, but yeah, I don't know where you go with Lyra from here. You've written her out of this title picture, so where does she go? Does she move on to, the Rhea, Io, Naomi scene, Stephanie scene, which is already kind of locked up? I don't know. It seems like she's going to be a limbo or something. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, and Roman harder to predict. I'm not sure. I'm really not.
I don't know. Evidently, I might have liked it a bit more than you guys. I thought it was good. Yeah, a bit too long, but especially going along after the TLC match, it's probably, I might have put this on maybe, we talked about like having all the stipulations on this night too. I would have maybe put this on night, if I knew what the match was going to be played out like, I might have put this on night 2. It just seems a bit weird. You go from this like really 20-minute like TLC match, then you want people to say for another 25 minutes through this thing. Maybe, I don't know. I would have put this on night 1, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I think both those these women are really talented, and so I can ignore how long it is sometimes, and like obviously some of the spots are very with the zip tie botch, that was unfortunate, but and I don't mind all the plunder, and hey, look, don't mind the zip ties. Just saying, I'm going to move on, but like, yeah, I thought it was good, but yeah, the finish is weird because Bailey comes out and then it essentially sort of becomes a handicap match, almost. I don't know, it's weird because we don't know what Bailey's loyalty is like when they kind of maybe work it out. It's like, well, okay, so Becky is just going to fighting off 2 of them, and she's the heel, and then Bailey accidentally costs her the match. So it's like, okay, and then I'm like, oh mate, is Bailey going to go after Becky now 1-on-1? No, but now Becky's moving on to Nikki Bella, who also doesn't need the title, by the way. Doesn't need it. I feel like the Intercontinental title is for a mid-carder. Why is Nikki Bella Anyway, but she did have a good one-liner where it's like when they're chatting jabs about their partners, and he was like, oh yeah, you used to be one of the best wrestling couples, but you can't see him now. I thought that was fun. But that was funny. But yeah, I don't know, and they're clearly building that up to Clash of Paris. So hopefully Nikki is not the one to beat Becky. I think that should be for someone on the up and up. I thought that'd be Lyra, but yeah, I don't know what you do with Lyra, but yeah, I know she's going to heal, but I think honestly she's got a lot of upside. I think she's going to win the Rumble or something. I don't know. She's really good, and she shouldn't be lost in the show.
Yeah, JP, did you have anything to add?
To the women's again? No, not too much more now.
Yeah.
What was this cage match? Underwhelming or what? Jeez.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what's the word? Underwhelming. I'm not sure. Disappointed, maybe. Because Jacob, I think Jacob thought too. But besides having a fantastic first name, is just one of the best things going in WWE right now. I think he still should be United States champion.
That's weird. That's my least favorite part about him is that first name actually. Like, ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame there's no good Jordans in WWE.
Orlando Jordan.
Jordan Grace.
Devlin.
Fuck yourself.
Jordan Grace, baby.
It's not spelled the same way, so that's cool.
Kalani Jordan.
Richie Steamboat.
Okay,
Richie Steamboat.
You got me there.
I've got the ultimate one.
Underwhelming.
I've got the ultimate one. Stone Cold Steve Austin, motherfuckers. I've got the best one. I've got the best one.
Austin Aries. Austin, you got heaps of ones. Austin Aries.
Austin Theory, who may be fired. We're not sure.
No, I don't think so. He got it. I didn't mention that, but yeah, he got taken off the internal roster because I think he got injured. So there, I don't think he's fired. But yeah,
But yeah, no, the cage, back to the cage match. Yeah, it was just underwhelming, and of course, yeah, the MFTs get involved like we all knew they would.
What was the coolest spot in the match after the match?
Yeah, I feel I don't feel like they utilized the cage enough. It was just a bummer.
And here's my geek of the week. Jimmy Uso's plan, apparently, which not only logically was weird because his music hit, but he came from the crowd. So who told the guy at Gorilla to hit his music? So that doesn't make any sense unless he ran over there, said, hit my music in 90 seconds, and then I'll run through the crowd. And then here was Jimmy Uso's plan, was to run ringside where there were three very large, scary guys, Tonga Loa, JC Mateo, and Talatanga, all waiting there. He enters to attack them unarmed, 3-on-1, and what happens? He proceeds to get his ass kicked. Fucking geek of the motherfucking week is Jimmy Uso.
Your brother was in the building. Why did he help you out?
Yeah, what a geek that Jimmy Uso. What a stupid plan. What a stupid. You don't even come up with a weapon. What a dummy.
The guy named Roman Reigns you're related to?
Yeah, you're related to all these other big, Samoan guys. Yeah, it made no sense. It was dumb.
Yeah. Anyone else have any other thoughts other than?
No, the coolest spot was Jacob Fatu doing his moonsault, which I said he was going to do, but I thought he would do it in the match, and he did it after the match.
He did it after the match, and then yeah,
stupid. Yeah. And you had a second match in a row where somebody got like handcuffed or zip tied or whatever in a row, which is also again
but weird that they build on that. Yeah.
Weird again. Match placement is very, very important. JPO knows this. Even on an indie show, match placement is important on on how you lay out the show from like tag matches to singles matches to triple threats or stipulations, whoever your star power, whatever, like match layouts are extremely important to keep the audience interested and not get monotonous with the same thing over and over again. And yeah, that was odd that you had a match where zip ties was a big part of it, and then you handcuff somebody in the next match. That made no sense. It's like we didn't have a production meeting.
But like it didn't. But the handcuffs and the admin thing, he broke them within like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and they even missed it with a camera. They had to show the replay of it because they missed it. So yeah, it was silly. Yeah, I don't know what that.
Yeah, it's weird that they didn't spread out the no DQ stuff, and yeah, it's weird that they didn't spread out this in the cage that had like similar elements. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I've been on shows that are like, hey, I'm starting off by jump starting my opponent. I'm doing that already. All right, I guess I won't do that then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, someone should have changed.
Yeah,
Or at
we
the very
even have
least,
things
put them on
where
different nights, maybe at least.
well, we even do things in our production meetings, USWA, where it's like, hey, I'm doing a superplex in my match. Is anybody else doing a superplex? Like, let's just have one, for the show. You know what I mean? Like, what's the finish? I'm doing this submission. Okay, nobody else do that submission. You know what I mean? Like, even just like little things to like not, to mix it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, or this type of dirty finish. You don't want to do a hook of the tights in 2 matches in a row. You know what I mean? If you're going to do dirty finishes, A, spread them out, or B, change it up. So one, if you're going to do 2 finishes where somebody cheats to win, okay, maybe one hooks the tights, the other one has the foot on the ropes, but you spread them out at least with a match in between, so it doesn't get silly. You lose the crowd that way. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
That was on.
But didn't he wasn't it like he got out of the he was about to get out of the ring and then Jacob stopped him and then and then he got pushed back and then Solo just got out of the ring anyway. I don't know. I felt like the ending was anticlimactic as well, but maybe I don't know.
What do you mean you can leave the door and win the match? That doesn't make any sense. When did that ever start?
Yeah.
Because it's been a rule for so long that you can't go back now. But just leaving the door thing is stupid. That is like a cowardly heel thing. That you shouldn't reward heels for doing that. That should be like you should either be able to climb out or pin or submit. That's it. The door thing should happen.
Yeah, I agree. I think the door thing is lame. The door should just be locked. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was one of those matches where I was like, oh, it's over already. Even though it went almost 13 minutes, but it was like, oh, it's over already. Okay. So cool. Hopefully the next match they have is better. And another one where I not underwhelming. I don't think they were given enough time. They were given 11 minutes. And I think they, you give them 4 or 5. I think they could have 4 or 5 more minutes. I think they could have told a really good story because there were homages to Eddie and Ray, and I loved that. I just don't think there was enough time. So I think they could have had a much better match. I think they're 2 great in-ring workers. I think Dominic is like just one of the best heels in the business right now. And AJ, he's AJ. So I would love to see them run it back again, give them more time. Because this match, I think it was like right here, and it could have been right here, with some more time. So not a bad match, but not a great match.
Although I think because Dom cheated, I think they're going to run this back in Paris and give him a little more time. I wouldn't be surprised if they gave him like 15 minutes or 20 minutes in Paris because remember the reaction AJ got in Lyon last year in France? Mm-hmm. You have to have that dude on the card this time in France again with those
every time phenomenal chants.
La 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 la. Like you have to have AJ on the card, and that was an easy way I think to he cheated in the match. They're going to give him the rematch, give it to him in Paris. You get him on the card, you get him and Dom. If it's a lower level pay-per-view like that, which is 5 or 6 matches, you can give them like 15, 20 minutes and let them stretch it out a little bit and have a little fun with it. Dom will get a great reaction in Paris, great heel reaction. So they'll run this back. I wouldn't worry about that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it was fun for the 10 minutes it was on. I would like to see more, but I think we're going to get more in Paris in a couple weeks. So I wouldn't worry about that. Yeah.
I thought maybe I don't know. I got it's cool that they paid a nod to the Eddie and Ray thing, considering obviously the I do like the idea that Don considers himself a 20-year vet because of that match, but sometimes I was like, oh, are they doing the Eddie Remember Berries a bit too much? Is it, they could just have a solid match here, but it was. But then I think it took Mark Colton a long time to kind of because I got it straight away with the loosening of the boot was oh yeah, that's a reference to when Eddie beat Kurt Angle, and it took him they finally referenced it ages afterwards. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly. I know that straight away. Man, that's what they're doing. But yeah, I mean, it was cool. But I feel like they were okay, let's do an homage to that, and they were kind of stuck with that. But it would have been just cool, just have a I don't know. I don't mind an homage. I guess I wouldn't mind any homage if it feels like every second third match. It's not even in WWE. Feels like there's a lot of video homages. There's there's a lot of people doing the Three Amigo, and it's a lot of, and I'm just it'd be cool. I understand Dominic Mysterio, doing an homage, or Ray, or someone to the road. But when everybody who's a lucha does it, it kind of waters it down a bit. So but yeah, it shouldn't have hurt this match, but it just sort of it makes it less special when I see everybody. When I see Sasha Banks do the Three Vigos all the time as well, and then he'll try to Eddie. I'm which is cool, but it's I don't know. I just wanted to see thought it would be a bit more special when not everybody. I get Eddie Guerrero's inspiration, but I think certain people should have that spot. If that makes sense.
I think it makes sense. It was Eddie's son against one of Eddie's dream opponents.
Eddie's kid, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. It makes sense in that, with them, but it's because I see it so often with other people. I think there's other people that shouldn't have that. They probably yeah, you get to that spot all the time. Sasha doing that thing, and then the Three Amigos, they do the frog splash. There's there's others from even Andrade. But do you have to? I don't know. I see it all the time. I mean, it's it's a way to get to pop the crowd a bit. But yeah, obviously it's cool. It's cool. Obviously I want Dom to do it, but it's sort of it makes for a less special moment when I see it. When I see that I see that kind of spot all the time down by others. But yeah, I like the match fine. But
yeah, like I said, I thought it was good, but it had potential to be great.
Before we move on, Richie, you referenced it, so I pulled something for you real quick. Ow.
She bounced. Yeah.
She bounced off that lumbar check.
She bounced higher than Javon Evans.
There you
go. Our main event, probably the match I had the lowest expectations for.
Really? Based on what, Jacob? Maybe their previous match?
Based off their lackluster WrestleMania main event. And so because of that, it was probably the match that exceeded my expectations the most. Because what a great way to end night 2. Oh my goodness, these two. If they had this match at WrestleMania, the near falls, the kickouts, the finishers, the action start to finish. This was a great main event. I thought it's going to be hard to top night 1's main event, but they did it, in my opinion. Match of the weekend. If you want to say Punk and Gunther, I have no No argument with that. Just for me personally, match of the weekend, Cena and Rhodes. I kept thinking like, oh, when is Cena gonna go heel again? When is Cena gonna go heel again? And he didn't, and I love that. But then we got to the end, I'm like, oh, when's Rhodes gonna turn on him? When's Cody's heel turn coming? And it didn't. Like they just had a really good street fight. I think they used the stipulation perfectly. I think Cody, he went to that place when he needed to. It's weird though. Still, like every time he grabs the belt, like, oh, is he going to use it? Like it's a street fight. He can use it and not feel bad. Um, he can use anything and not feel bad. I loved the they use the ring rope. I thought that was great. Um, yeah, Cody kicking out of the AAs, Cena kicking out of the crossroads, like the near falls. Like there were several times where I was like, I thought our night was over, and it wasn't. Like this match, man. When we talk end of the year stuff, this match will probably, at least for me, get brought up again. I loved this main event.
Yeah, no, great main event. Yeah, and about a million times better than the damn WrestleMania match. Where the hell was this John Cena all year? Like I like the fact the crowd was chanting Super Cena. That was funny. Getting back to him just not being able to be put down. Yeah, I almost wish there was false count anywhere when they were doing all the stuff on the outside of the stage. Like I wish that had been maybe a stipulation that they could have, at least had a little fun with that. But yeah, I mean, Cody showing a little heelish tendencies. I mean, when he's using the rope things and whatnot. A couple of callbacks, by the way, to Cena's Umaga match, the street fight. Because the first one was him tossing the stairs to the outside. That's an Umaga spot from that match. And then basically when they were they unscrewed the ropes in that one too, and Cena choked him out with the ropes with the STF. So a couple of throwbacks to that. Maybe he watched that this week and kind of refreshed himself. I was like, oh, we can run this back a little bit. My only nitpick is again the spamming of the AAs, about how many AAs in this match? 15, 20. I don't know. It's a lot.
It's a signature, not a finisher anymore.
Yeah, it's not a finisher. It's the most unprotected finisher in all of wrestling. It's the one everybody kicks out of. But still very good. Yeah, all the near falls are great. The near fall after the triple crossroads was really good. I thought that might have been it right there. And yeah, the actual finish was good. So I don't have a lot of complaints here. It was way better than WrestleMania. You substitute this match in during WrestleMania, and you would have had like an amazing night two of WrestleMania. Right. You know what I mean? It would have been like one of the best, nights of wrestling ever. But yeah, I think you'll be talking about this and the night one main event. Gunther CM Punk. Yeah, like I said, that match is a little more of like the style I like, just me personally. But this was just because it felt like a fight. But this was I wouldn't blame anybody who prefers this match. It was a great like sports entertainment, WWE main event. Just had a big fight feel to it. So no, very, very good. And I think it was contending with night one for match of SummerSlam. But they're right neck and neck for me. Really good stuff.
Who would have thought that less people would kick out of the Cobra than the AA?
Yeah.
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah. This match was really good. We've done really well. I can only think of like maybe when Cena was a heel, maybe he thought like, oh, I have to slow down. I can't be as flash. I can't like try to be as flashy because I'm a heel. I can't be impressed. That's why it's like, it was sort of more try to be more slow paced, methodical. But like, and he didn't know how to work that kind of like more exciting style, but in a heelish way. So so when he was babyface, it's like, yeah, cool. I'm gonna have some fire now. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It would have been cool to see him as a heel doing all this stuff, where you could still, you can still portray an asshole and do this stuff that he did in this match. Because this match was good. I'm confused as to why they're going back to calling the STF the STFU, but they're still calling the AA the AA. So, but you can't call it an FU, but you can call the STF the STFU. I don't know. Like there's one FU is enough, I guess, but like to pass sentences. I don't know. But anyway, it's yeah, no, that match is really good. Yeah, the near fall with the 3 crossroads was yeah, that was great. Yeah, yeah, and then the salute at the end was really good. And then yeah, when Cody won, and then Cena was in the ring, and then nothing happened after that. Nothing happened after Cena was in the ring. He just went. Yeah, nothing happened. Right? No one came back.
That is false because in a moment that I don't think any of us saw coming, um, Brock Lesnar is back. I was expecting maybe The Rock to come out, if anyone was going to come out. But we got the return of Brock Lesnar after I think what two and a half
2 years,
something like that 2 years. But
this crowd went
sense.
Yeah. Anybody who says this crowd didn't go crazy when this hit, no fucking way.
Oh, yeah, I've seen like some of the clips of people who were there, and yeah, the crowd is loud. The crowd is nuts. Nobody saw it coming. And yeah, I mean, say what you want. I don't know if we don't need to get into it like about the outside stuff, but John Cena and Brock Lesnar, like that's I think that's one of his more memorable. It wasn't like a long feud, but they've had their moments, and for him to come back for the retirement tour, I don't know if we see Brock do anything more than this. Maybe he's just back, like, hey, Cena wants Brock, Cena's gonna get Brock, and then Brock's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna go back to my farm or whatever and enjoy my life. But yeah, no, JPL, I'll go to you first. Your thoughts. We'll get your thoughts on the main event, and then Brock's return as well.
This will end up being, I think, one of the bright spots of Cena's heel turn. Started off hot. Well, I guess you can't say it ended hot because it ended on SmackDown. But this match was probably the best of his run so far here. A real 25-minute back and forth match here. So the match itself was fun. Again, I'm very torn on that whole very quick change that we saw on SmackDown. I hate you guys that we saw on SmackDown. You know what? Might be.
You're
Remind
right.
me of my. What about Polar X? You remind me of John. I remind me of Kayla. I mean, Jesus. That's a real name. But anyway, yeah. So the match was good. So the post thing with Brock, I will admit, at first I was like, oh shit, okay, just because there you do get wrapped up in like, okay, I didn't necessarily think of him. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't even sure if like the allegation stuff was still done, but I guess it's not, which makes this kind of weird. That WWE's like, yeah, I will, hopefully it ends up fine. So
with that, like everything I've read is that like he was offered stuff, but like denied and like didn't want it. So, like everything I read, like Brock didn't actually do anything.
He's guilty of being a creep, but he didn't break any laws per se. Like he didn't technically do anything illegal.
Well, in that case,
that's the gist I get, is that he was like,
hey,
yeah, he didn't actually have relations, if you will, with her. He requested like weird peeing videos and stuff. Like he's just being a creep. Like it's just like I don't know. Yeah, it's
I don't know about you guys, but being a creep without breaking the law, I can relate. I'm sorry. Roll that back in for 10 seconds. Yeah, so and then it's but then also
appearance on the Lonely Marks.
I said without breaking the law. All right, it is not illegal. The things that I enjoy. Ever seen X Club Wrestling? Anyway, you can Google that later. So,
what were you doing your time away from the stream? Just curious now.
I only needed about 2.5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, we're gonna rail. Okay.
Anyways, thanks, JPO, but thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
Yeah, who's got the clip? Oh, it's on my channel.
I was trying to play it. It's not playing it. I don't know why.
Thank you. Fuck you. Bye. Boom.
Hey, there you
go. Boom. I'm not as bad as Vince Russo is. Come on, bro.
Yeah. Bro.
I quickly wean though, just because I've been over Brock for quite a while here. I don't think he deserved all the things he got. I don't think he should have been Undertaker. I don't like how he won Money in the Bank. I don't like how he killed Kofi. Because we never touched the main event again. Kofi. He killed Ricochet. Because we never touched any kind of main event spot. Ricochet. Moxley has admitted that like he didn't want to do shit at Mania. And his matches don't kind of blend in. He's like a better Goldberg. His matches blend in. Sometimes they can be good if you give him the right opponent. AJ, Danielson, Taker. But then a lot of times they're not. Like I don't think the Cena matches that special. They were good, but not great. So I'm not clamoring for it, and I really hope it's not his last match. But I almost feel like it very well could be.
I don't know if they stretch it to December with Brock, but also wouldn't be surprised.
What's interesting is they don't have a pay per view in December. Is the last match going to be on? Like,
It could just be a. I mean, they're on Netflix. It really could just be a really well built Netflix. Cena's farewell. They could maybe throw in another thing. Well, I guess it's not like the network days. I was like, you could do like a. They had like Starcade and Shield Last Stand. You could do that, but I don't think that's going to be pulled. So.
Yeah,
it could be a Saturday night's main event, and he could show Goldberg like
that.
This is how you do a retirement match.
I don't hate the idea of it just being a really good Raw. Like, give him 3 hours, not like all of it, but like intermittently you can do like the whole like this is your career. Little highlight reels, maybe interviews. Like, give him his own like show. Like, I don't mind it being just like a really well built Raw. Hey, December 15th is Cena's farewell.
And
Mankind.
Shawn Michaels run it back for an hour.
Yes, Shawn comes out. He's in a suit. I also just wanted to say tonight's my last match too. It's off his suit.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's one. I don't know. I'm talking about the obviously, I actually like Brock. I've always liked Brock a lot. I think he's I've always had a great presence and great athlete. And just kind of just one of those guys just kind of sort of marvel at in the ring. I think he's still really good for his age. But yeah, I don't. Obviously, WWE legal cleared him for whatever reason. So whether he, whether they've kind of settled that part of the suit, or whether I don't know what happens, whatever. But yeah, they obviously that they're not that too worried. And if he's just a creep, look, I don't have to hang out with the guy. I just have to look at. I just have to admire his in-ring work. So I'll try to do
The
that.
only time I ever wanted to hang out with him is he looked fun on the Pat McAfee show. Like Pat McAfee brought some light out of him. I was like, yeah, I get a drink with that dude. Otherwise,
It might
he
be
always
fun to like.
fucking
I'm
talk.
sure if you went like ice fishing with Brock Lesnar, he'd probably be pretty pleasant.
Yeah, I think we saw that side of Pat McAfee. I think we did on his show. Yeah.
Yeah, or when did you ever see when he where Wee Man told him to put him through a table and he did? He was at a restaurant and Wee Man got in to put just slam through a body slam on the table and he did, but he laughed at it. I'm like, I'd hang out with that, bro. But yeah, I don't know. So I mean, yeah, it's in which situation, but I think. Brock was Cena's first big opponent. His first WWE title shot was against Brock, at Backlash 2003. So it makes sense to why they would work together if it was Cena that requested to work with him. So yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe we'll see if it gets addressed tomorrow on SmackDown.
I'm just waiting for the inevitable moment where Brock bumps into Paul Heyman again on TV. They're going to do that at some point while he's still around. See what happens there.
Yeah.
Paul should sound like
Roman.
He just acts like, "Oh, hey Brock, you look good. You're working out."
So I see you're actually hanging out with my enemy lately, the guy who beat me at WrestleMania. Well, okay. That's what you're saying.
Who beat up that John Cena? Never let him either. Yeah, Brock has got some shoes. Like the shoes. You can have them. I'll get you them. You want a pair?
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with the situation. But yeah, Pez, what would you give night 2?
Night 2 was, I mean, I think even with the sort of middle portion of the show between the Becky match and the cage match and whatnot, you still had a great opener, a bonkers TLC match, and an excellent main event. So I think I would rate it significantly higher, at least go into that 8 range. So yeah, I thought it was Night 2 was an improvement. You still had a great main event and some solid undercard stuff. Yeah, including one I think that people will, go. I wouldn't even be mad if people, loved it so much they consider it for like a match of the year candidate if you like those kind of matches. You know what I mean? I just would not be. I couldn't argue with you. If you loved it that much. So yeah, I'd go in that 8 territory. It's good stuff.
Yeah, once again, you and I are on the same page because that's what I was thinking as well. JPO.
I'll even go as far as the 8-2. Yeah, no, I think everything's pretty well worth checking out. Like I said, that cage match is underwhelming based on like who's in it and the feud, and like that's not even a SmackDown main event. That was like a SmackDown opener. Like what I mean? Like I don't know if I'd even main event TV with that. But otherwise, like even my only qualm with the IC title match again is like the length and maybe some of the shenanigans. But otherwise, I thought they work well together. That's why they've been on pay-per-view a couple of times now, and everything else is kind of worth checking out. Yeah.
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit better than Night 1. Just how I think the match quality was a bit better, even though I was disappointed in the in the cage match here. Just due to how short it was and sort of how maybe watered down and maybe just high expectations, but I thought it was all quite solid. So yeah, I'd probably sit around an 8 as well.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's our SummerSlam review. Again, we'll see what happens with the Brock situation, what John Cena's next match is going to be, if he's on Clash in Paris or not. I don't know.
It's on the poster, so I don't know.
It wouldn't be the first time that somebody's on the poster and doesn't show up, though.
Yeah, I know.
It happens.
I'd imagine it'll at least show up. That feels pretty false advertising, especially for like a foreign show.
Right.
That's
I feel like it's like who was it? Booker T was on the WrestleMania 22 poster and then wasn't actually on.
Oh wait, is that weird like action shot? That was. I don't even know like what decision that was. Like we're gonna go all out every year, except for this one year, which is a random action shot.
Right.
Okay. Including Booker T, who at the time not making fun of Booker T was like a mid Carter. So I was like, oh, all right.
There was one pay-per-view where like Truth was on the poster and he wasn't on the show. It was weird.
Yeah, it's like one of the Hell in a Cells. Yeah, he's not in like a suit and stuff too. I think like it's like an actual pose shot, and it's just like all right, way to hedge your bets. Big Show and Money in the Bank. I want to say is another one. Yeah, there's been a few.
Yeah,
they shoot those. They shoot some of those very far out. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Big Show and Hornswoggle looking in the briefcase.
Jackass at SummerSlam, and then Jackass wasn't at SummerSlam. Like that's the thing.
They were supposed to have a match with Umaga.
And then Steve-O got the shit kicked out of him because no one told him to sell. Not Steve-O's fault.
Yeah, and he was just like, I don't want more. I don't want none. I don't want any more of that shit.
For real, what do you want to do? Stop it, please.
Just stop studying and sell, you idiot.
No, he didn't know, man. He's just, he's like, they were mad because they thought it didn't, I'm saying like it didn't hurt. No, it hurt. I just didn't know I was supposed to say that.
All right. Yeah, but the three of them should be back next week, so I'm sure they'll discuss what they're gonna do on the show. I will be performing some comedy, hopefully making people chuckle and ha ha. But yeah, so between now and next week, JPO, I know you're pretty busy tomorrow. What else you got going on?
Well, yeah, tomorrow, let's not overglass that. Real Pro Wrestling, 10 years, one of two, maybe three Florida companies that can say that. Even in general for indie wrestling companies, they can say that. So we got Danhausen, we got Noah Vale, we got Ryzen, we got a lot of fun people in the building here. We got some surprises. We're going to crown some new champs. It's going to be some fun stuff. The title's vacant. I wasn't spoiling stuff.
I was like, did you just
Uh,
spoil one of your?
no. Our coastal title, which is like an RC title, is being done in a gauntlet. So we guarantee you at least one new champ. Could be more. No defense against Uprising. This could be a hell of a match. First time ever in anywhere. And then yeah, so yeah, maybe you hear from that. So if anyone anywhere near Fort Myers Farm, hang out with me. And maybe I'll talk a little bit about that next week. And then the usual shenanigans. Saturday you will see Barber compete for my friendship. I believe everyone's partying for my friendship here, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing
Oh,
the 7 o'clock
you couldn't
one,
make
but
it?
not that one. No, I can't
No,
make
no,
that
no,
one, but I can make it 7.
no. The 7 o'clock is what I'm talking about.
Oh, 7 o'clock A set? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, is that the
That's the
friendship
friendship
one? You
one.
said that wasn't.
That's
You said
both.
that wasn't the
No, no,
one.
no, no, no. I started off with an A set, and then we quickly transitioned to all about me.
Oh, I thought it was 2 separate streams. Okay.
No,
All right.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
You should be honored to fight for my friendship fest.
I'll
You shouldn't
try.
have to
All
fight
right.
for your
All
friendship.
right.
Shut up, Jacob.
Yeah, we should already have
I know how
that.
badly you want number 3. All right. Good luck. And then also,
That's the amount
Pablo
I
just
hope I get
announced.
right.
I'll give all joke answers and see if I stumble into something.
No,
Sure.
here's the thing, though.
Might.
It's
You
multiple
might.
choice.
Yeah. Because if I just ask you blankly, most of you would never have any points. So I do at least give you multiple choice on this time. And then also Papa West just announced on game night. Picks and List, my creation. He is borrowing it, so he's gonna do that at I think about 10 o'clock, and I'm gonna try to win that. Yeah, and then of course tournament fights, Why We Love Horror, rank 'em, uh, Malcolm top 12 Bob Odenkirk performances. Does he have 12? I don't know, but I don't know if that's gonna win anyway. But
I
yeah,
think he's doing. Kurt Russell seems to be winning, so it'll probably be Kurt Russell.
I think so. Yeah.
He's doing
I
Josh
never
Allen.
saw Sky High.
That
so I
makes
decided
that
to
makes more sense. Sky High is
You've
great.
never
That
seen
should make
Sky
it.
I
High?
know. See,
Make the list.
I've only ever heard anyone get mad about that in the last like 2 years. And like because like I feel like when it came out, it was just like an okay reviewed and like movie, but like now I feel like people are like, no, bro, Sky High is good. So I don't know.
No, I'm just surprised you haven't seen it.
I just never got to it. Again, I feel like something I saw chunk of, never getting in. I might get to it. I just didn't want to sign up because I knew people were gonna get mad at me if I said I didn't see it during the vote.
Yeah, Richie, where can people find you online?
Yeah, you can find me vying for JPO's friendship. Apparently, we have to vie for it. We can't just be friends. That's just the thing. We have to do.
No. Here's the thing: you're all my friends, and I love you all. You're vying to be my number one friend. Like
Okay.
you're vying to be like, hey, I'm better than the rest. That's what you're vying for.
For a whole year. Let's look at the money in the bank contract.
Yeah. They can't catch it in though. You're stuck for the year. Yeah.
Yeah. So doing that. Yeah, I might pop up here in the tournament fight tier ranker. Schedule's a bit crazy at the moment, so I don't pop up there as much. But tournament fight tier ranker. Next week on Wheel of Movies, we're doing Hoosiers. I've never seen it, so that'll be fun. We'll blast with review.
I've seen it once, and it was like years ago. So I need a refresher. Yeah.
Hoosiers.
Hoosiers.
Yeah, I've never seen it either.
Yeah, it is.
He's never seen
It might be something I also bring up. Maybe if I cut, I'll quickly like get on for a couple of minutes on long time first time, which you can find me on long time first time this week. I called in on that. But yeah, I might call it for 30 seconds next week. Go, hey, watch this. Yeah, want to see more my thoughts on it? Where's this thing? But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, but yeah, I pop up a lot of trivia spaces, so check me out.
Pez, where can people find you?
In my bed in like 5 minutes. I'm sleepy. I'm falling asleep. I need to get off here. We've been on here 3 hours.
I can see Pez is winding down.
I'm winding down. Movie Hero Network and all this stuff over there. That's all.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
You can find me here sometimes. Rank 'em we just did the top 12 animated movies of the decade so far. That was a fun time. So go check that out to see what made the list. I think it's a really good list. No qualms with the list at all. So yeah, just a little bit, but not too much. But yeah, just follow these guys in everything that they're doing. And if you happen to be in the Washington State area and you want to come see me do comedy, do so. And if you're not and you want to see me do comedy, say, hey, why don't you ever record some stuff and post it online so we can see if you're actually funny or not? Because you keep talking about, hey, you do this comedy, but we don't know if you're actually funny or not. You might just ramble on and on for 5 minutes, and people are like, oh my gosh, this guy thinks he's funny. He's actually not. He's kind of a piece of shit, actually.